And to this day, some folks say the madness inside them grew 3 sizes that day.
The Simpsons Index, an online spreadsheet that is also a podcast. This is the podcast. Coming to you out of SideQuest Studios, this is the Simpsons Index, episode 151, our Wasteland Megamix Part 2. Wasteland. I'm your host, Elliot Jay O'Neill, and joining me is the Wasteland band, Jordan Frost.
We're more than halfway through, and I already want to die.
And BT Calloway.
You know, some people say the Enter the Wasteland is old-fashioned, uncool, real Melvin. Well, to them I say, that's written on my shirt.
It is real Melvin.
Yeah, get your old-fashioned, uncool, real Melvin shirts from Redbubble, from Pods in the Key of Springfield. Like and subscribe.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Yeah.
So, if you don't know what the hell we're on about with this Wasteland and their part 2, there was an episode before this one, so go check it out and you'll understand what we're doing. I can't be bothered explaining
It's
it
where
for
we
now.
watch a whole bunch of mediocre Simpsons all in a row and go slightly mental because of it.
Oh, thank you for explaining.
It's very easy when you've lost your mind.
And so, continuing our journey, we're past the halfway point, and we just watched Season 18, Episode 9, Kill Gill Volumes 1 and 2. First released in December of 2006, it was directed by Bob Anderson, written by Jeff Westbrook. In this episode, the Simpsons inadvertently accidentally get Gill fired from his Santa job at the mall, and they offer to crash at their place, but he overstays his welcome. He stays there for 11 whole months.
Yeah.
Guys, what'd you think?
It's okay, especially compared to the last couple. I have further thoughts.
Yeah, it's got some random ass shit in it.
It's mostly a sketch show about holidays, but that's okay.
Yeah. Pretty dumb. Pretty
Yeah.
dumb. Didn't really enjoy it. Didn't at all enjoy it, I would say. There wasn't anything that made me go like, ha ha ha, Kill Gill.
I think Homer had some good passing lines in this one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
actually, some
But,
things. But
yeah, I don't
overall,
think that wins
weird
out.
concept.
And I like the idea that it's about Marge trying to assert herself, but I don't think that quite works out. Anyway, sorry, Elliot, continue.
Oh, that's something that I'm going to bring back to, but I'll start with you, BT. For better or worse, what stands out to you from this episode?
All right, one of the Homer lines I was talking about, Gil's moved all his stuff into their house, and, you know, Marge, he's like, come on, Marge, you have to kick him out. She leaves the scene, and he just fishes into a box, gets a bunch of markers, and none of them mark. And he's just like, sure has a bunch of markers that don't work. It's a stupid line, but
Yeah.
I got a chuckle out of it. It's like,
All right.
just the kind of weird disbelief you have is, who is this guy?
Because you said a few good lines, and I'm like, oh, he's not going to mention any of Homer's whisper stuff because
Yeah.
every one of those was terrible.
I almost like the, do you think that's the same Crumble?
Really?
I didn't need the follow-up of, because I do.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
But yeah, the whole one with lower the boom, did you lower the boom?
Yeah, of all the things we've witnessed in this wasteland so far, that was far from the worst. So
And how about you, Jordan? What stands out to you for better or worse?
I think it was the fucking repeated grumple gag.
Yeah.
Like
It
it just
definitely
kept
got
coming
weird.
back. It was like the bloody Family Guy chicken. Yeah, I just didn't understand. Like, why did they make that a plot point? Why did they? We want to spend Christmas with you. Like, what the hell is going on? And then he
Yeah.
smashed it, and all this green goo came out. So it's not a guy in a suit. It's
No.
some weird supernatural entity
and it has like children.
and a
That's-
wife or husband. I don't know.
So yeah, we are to assume that this is a real thing, and its mouth is just like
Permanently
fused.
locked.
Yeah.
What's under all that fur?
Yeah.
You can't
And its
see it
eyes
move.
don't blink.
Yeah.
It's always watching.
And it always talks in
always
rhyme.
smiling.
This is indeed a disturbing universe.
Yeah. And then the song at the end, it's like,
Yeah.
Jesus, what the hell is going on? What is this episode about? Are you trying to tell a real story, or are you just like this random
Yeah.
fuck
Yeah.
it? Yeah,
That's it,
I have
'cause
no words
I like
to
the
describe.
setup. I like the setup of Marge is taking pity on this guy, and, you know, but then she has that problem of not being able to assert herself to get him to go out. But then I think they spend too long on this little holiday sketch show, and they don't have any time left to give us a proper resolution.
Yeah. And I think the resolution sucked as well. Like, it made Marge look really awful, and it also had a cop-out ending as well. Oh, the Simpsons just bought a place in Scottsdale now, and also the Grumple is real and has a family, and they love each other.
Also, if he got fired, who did they buy it off?
Someone else who worked there, I guess.
Okay. It doesn't matter.
No.
I'm just
Nothing
curious
matters.
what, you know.
Nothing,
Yeah.
Why, nothing's real in Scottsdale.
What is it about Scott? Why is he such a fucking gun when he goes to Scottsdale? Like, what is it about it?
I'm assuming this has to be a real place because I assumed it was like a MacGuffin name. Like, Scottsdale.
Scottsdale, Arizona. No, it's a real place.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
No,
what's their deal?
In South Park, there's the goth kids, and they're trying to get rid of the poser vampire kids.
Yeah.
And they're like, we got to send him to somewhere so bad and terrible and depressing. And they all just say at the same time, Scottsdale.
Okay. Well, I'll take that, Scottsdale. Any listeners from Scottsdale, please let us know what it's like.
Yeah.
What is Scottsdale famous for? I'm going to look that up.
Full of goth vampires now? Are you full of gills? Is Gil a champ? I don't know.
Yeah, is Gil, which is like a Springfield 4, a Scottsdale 8 or 9?
Yeah. Like, what's your Gil ratio out there?
And yeah, look, what stands out to me from this episode, that whole intro beginning, which sort of, because it was Lisa wanting the present, Gil did the nice thing and all that and got fired. I don't like that it did pivot to Marge. I mean, which is a rare thing to say because so often with the newer episodes, it's like, Marge had a story here. Why'd you run away and follow Homer?
Yeah.
But I felt there should have been a bit more with Lisa. Like, it was originally the thing that she wanted that caused the thing. And then it became Marge's problem.
I kind of think if Lisa had known this thing got someone fired, she would have given the present back.
She saw it happen.
No, her focus was away. The camera focus had her in the foreground, Gil in the background. So it was kind of like she's oblivious to it. She doesn't know what's happening.
She just heard him get fired.
Yeah, but she didn't hear why.
But Gil's the kind of guy that would just say.
Maybe.
I feel.
But I also feel like if Lisa had known, she would have tried to mend it by giving it back.
But I mean, I also don't mind the whole, Marge learning to become assertive. I just thought there was a little bit of disconnect between that initial thing and Marge's thing, because she obviously felt some sort of guilt over the thing, but it was, Lisa's thing. Anyway, play count. How many times before today have you seen this episode?
Twice, I believe.
I don't think I've seen it before.
Yeah, this is...
Thank goodness.
Only a second or third watch for me. Like,
which is it? It's important. I might have beaten you.
Second?
Yes! I win! Only in the wasteland do I win!
But rules are reversed, so in fact you lose.
No! I lose! We're back to normal.
No, I remember, the first time that we were living in SideQuest Studios that we got Foxtel, and I was really behind on a lot of season 18, 19 episodes, so I was able to catch up on some, and it was the first time I'd seen it, and I remember even seeing the title, and was like, oh, an episode on Gil? Fuck. There's no way this is going to be good. I'm watching it. And I was right.
Lo and behold, it was
here we are.
Pretty average.
Wackiness. This is a wacky episode of The Simpsons.
Quite.
A bunch of rats were river dancing on St. Patrick's Day.
Yep. That's
in
the thing
between the stairs, yeah.
The good old Simpsons pan through floor. We don't have enough of those anymore.
Oh, and the leprechaun was having a fight with Santa's little helper.
Yeah, the leprechaun from a Halloween episode.
And Ralph's imagination.
Yeah.
And then did a bloody dance on top of Santa's little helper's head that went for an exceedingly long time.
God damn.
Went on so fucking long. The wackiness of renting a negligee
I know, I like that.
is very strange, but
No,
okay.
it's a good bit. And, this whole thing about them being a not well-off family and then having shit like that where they're renting negligees, that plays into that.
Yeah.
Then being able to afford a 1.2 in Scottsdale.
Yeah.
Just, I have a note that just said, Grumple? What the fuck? Like, I think that was the one where he got hit in the head with the
and then
bottle and he's just bleeding through his eyes.
But
like
bleeding, like green
goo.
Gatorade.
Yeah.
I think you hit the nail on the head with Family Guy Chicken because, it was just reoccurring in this episode and it wasn't
out of nowhere.
fucking funny the first time.
No.
And making it real and giving it a family, it's not a joke. It's just, what the fuck?
All right, I'll double down with some whack. So I got one I really didn't like, which is when Marge's like, but where's Gil? I've got a no in me and I need to get it out. And Homer's like, Marge, do you want $1,000? No. Oh, wait, I mean, yes. Oh, sorry, I already burned it. Oh, don't worry, I make $6 a year. I was like, what? No,
what
you
does the
don't.
$1,000 bill even look like?
It's got my face on it.
Ah.
Oh, sorry, those get printed in 2072. Never mind.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, and sorry, my second one, the one I did like, is when Marge has decided, all right, that's it, I'm going to go tell Gil off. She, rolls up her non-sleeves.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Just a little animation where she's would be rolling up sleeves, but they're not there. It's like, okay, neat.
I mean, it's not so much wacky, but I did appreciate the attention to detail of them noting how in Australia we celebrate Jerry Van Dyke's birthday.
Oh, yeah.
Every year.
Yep.
That guy who's printed on our $1,000 bill.
Yeah, exactly. It's Dick Van Dyke's younger brother.
Yeah.
So
what do we think about the whole calendar montage in the second act of...
it's the same thing over and over again.
A little bit too. Again, it was fine, I think, but just too many bites, too many times going back to it.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I think you were right when you were saying a sketch show because, then we cut to Lisa and Bart at school and it didn't really have anything to do with Gil.
Well, it's just the expansion of how he's kind of mooching off all of them and the effect on it. And that's fine. Just, fewer bites this overall.
But the end goal of that joke was to get Nelson to eat nicotine patches.
And then he like passes out.
Probably dies.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you die if you eat nicotine patches?
Yeah.
Fuck. They were used nicotine patches, but still, gross.
Actually, did you guys see Thank You for Not Smoking?
No.
Yes.
Yeah, there's a scene where Aaron Eckhart is going against the tobacco companies. They kidnap him and they intimidate him by
putting every inch of skin gets nicotine patch on it. And
he has a nicotine overdose.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's really messed up.
It's a clever movie.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I would.
It's not like a documentary, right?
No.
Okay, thank God. All
That
right.
time Aaron Eckhart OD'd on nicotine.
Well, no. I mean, like
It
it
sounds
wasn't
like it
based
is
on
from
reality.
the-
Like someone actually did that to someone.
Well, I'm sure there's more wackiness to talk about, and especially let's grumble again. I'm having more trouble with this than the heroin donut from last episode.
It was fine for when Homer's on the ice and like bending his leg backwards, kind of going like, "Give back that Christmas cheer" or
He's
whatever.
like, never.
Yeah.
He's the guy still committed to the bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then who let them have the idea? Oh, but then he's real. Then he oozes green shit. Fucking hell.
Yeah, he's a real monster. What the fuck?
But how about the heart
monsters.
of this? What? Nah.
He said.
But how about the heart of this episode?
God damn! Shut up, Ablina. I kind of like Marge. The idea of her needing to assert herself. Also, little Marge is adorable. When we cut back to her childhood of
Getting
Patty and Selma
stuffed in the
bullying her.
box. I felt sorry for her.
Yeah, absolutely.
But we know they bullied her. I mean, with the
Yeah. Come on, Patty and Selma are ass wipes. So.
easy bake oven and stuff like that.
Yeah, taking advantage of her. It did make me think. I really wish they had have explored more of Marge's growing up with Patty and Selma, because they've only sort of hit on it a few times, and I think there is maybe even a full episode to be made of that, and tying it back in with her not being able to assert now, because I'll at least give it this episode that it is based on a character trait of hers.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah. She is a bit of a pushover. So I mean,
it
would have been nice to see like what caused that. It wasn't just one inciting incident. I'm sure of that.
Yeah,
in an episode that we should feel for Marge, the payoff to all this build-up flubbed it entirely.
I wanted to punch Gil in the heart.
Yeah.
He is an annoying character that should be relegated to C-list, in which case you just get one line from them and you move on.
Yep.
The C-list stars in amongst the Ribwitch thing and...
the Ribwitch Ribbit.
After the rolling out the C-list characters, the only guest star for this episode, Elvis Stoico.
Elvis Stoico.
The Elvis Stoico.
Stoico.
What did we think of Elvis Stoico's performance?
His pirouettes are dreamy.
Yeah, he was fine. I don't think he did a triple axel. I think they only animated a double. But
then they just repeated the animation, cheap bastards.
Yeah.
But it was mostly like to serve as a homophobic joke from Mo as well, which
Yeah, I don't know, like, most of those male ice skaters are that. And I mean, that's a shitty stereotype. And I mean, look, Yuri on Ice did nothing but reinforce that Yuri on Ice is an anime. That's
okay.
Really. Anyway.
Is Elvis Stoico in that as well?
No. It's about this Japanese ice skater. His idol is like this Russian guy who takes him on as like a student. And it's very homoerotic and subtextual. But it's really cute. I was like, over this, I just want to talk about Yuri on Ice. I think that was all.
I'm glad we've given you the forum to do
thank
so.
you.
Finally.
You can mark that one off your
Yep.
list.
Yep. It's only 10 episodes if you want to see it. It's like the full series, essentially. It's very lovely.
Oh, it's like the British comedy of anime.
Yeah, there's weird anime is either like
5,000 episodes.
Yeah, well, it's either 26 episodes and that's it. That's all of it forever, or it's 500.
Yeah, so many people told me to watch One Piece. I'm like, oh yeah, maybe it's 500 episodes.
No, it's 970 about now.
Fuck.
There is a bit of filler that you can skip. We're on about.
Really?
We're
In
on
970 episodes.
We're on. Well, just when they were waiting, they caught up to the manga and they let them like keep going and they just filled in with like random shit. We're on like episode like 190 now, I think.
Oh, cool. You'll be able to give us your report on it by
In about
2023.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, it says a lot about the heart, but ultimately, did this feel like an episode of The Simpsons?
Pieces of Marge's flashback. That's very Simpsons. Old Gil being, that's probably, I think Gil is best when he's the down on his luck guy, but here he's just a jackass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And especially because I feel the disconnect between the initial good act and the whole Marge saying no thing is that I think the better turn with that would have been to have him do more good acts to show his worth or something.
Yeah,
or...
here and there. So, like, he manages to stick around by every now and then, doing just enough to be okay.
Yeah, rather than having her take pity on him because that grew old real quick.
Yeah, because it's just insufferable, and he is doing legitimately shitty things. He ate the children's lunches.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really fucked up.
Yeah, I did like the character thing of Homer, like, allowing Marge to have her moment and be the one. Like,
knowing that she's the one who needed to do that. Otherwise, it would never be something she'd accomplish or that hill to get over. I'm running out of juice here. Gonna need something soon.
Some juice.
Yeah, we got juice. Beer juice. Guitar riff.
Fucking rad, dude.
Beer. What are you, stupid or something?
Yes, no, would you watch this one again?
No.
I don't see the point. Hangover test maybe, but that's about it.
No.
No, not even that.
You don't tell me what I watch on hangovers.
Yeah.
Nothing
not
gives
this.
you that right.
Yeah, well, you should look after yourself more. You can drink and have hangovers, but if you're hungover, you should do something nice for yourself and not watch this.
Self-care, people.
I'm going to watch it out of spite now.
Yeah, well, I hope you suffer.
Sober. And I will. I will.
BT, what would you change?
Did you do that at school? Suffer.
I think we all did. We're Australians who grew up in the 90s. Of course we did.
Okay, good.
Man, just cut half of that
Cut
montage
Gil.
out.
Yeah.
And then just give it more of a conclusion. Because I think what's there is not a bad idea. It just doesn't come together properly. And yeah, that'd be my main thing. Cut half of what you got and replace it with other things.
Mm-hmm. Jordan?
I mean, you got to cut the grumple. Like, that's got to just...
It goes without saying. Yeah,
just the ice
the initial
bit
ice
scene,
rink.
that's fine, but, like, don't have that keep coming back.
Yeah.
And you don't need to have necessarily, like, Gil humiliated, but just, like, put back in his place and know that he can't, like, swindle people all the time, but that would require actual, like, character change.
Yeah, or like make Marge less of the villain at that point where, she comes to confront him and he's like, we talk in my office, and then they do, and then she chews him out, but he was accidentally leaning on the intercom or something like that.
Yeah, there you go.
Because that's more, old Gil, not,
Yeah.
Because you could say, I get that Marge needed to do that, but you could also said, I need to speak with you privately.
Yeah.
Yeah, because,
then-
she does look awful in that scene.
Yeah. And then just a joke one that I'd change is that, did you notice in that first ice skating scene that there were 3 establishing shots of the ice rink from the outside?
I did not.
Really?
With the adults $40, children $39. That came up 3 times. And I'm like, we already know where you are. Like, you haven't moved. Why do you need to do this? And it was just like to break up the scenes, I think. And I'm like, is this the 3rd one? Why have you got 2 more than you need? This is so stupid.
Well, just on that and what I'd change, do we even need the ice show section?
No.
What does it have to do with going to the mall at Costington's and all that?
I guess, no, I was about to say the ice
Nothing.
rink was in the mall. It wasn't.
No.
Because
nothing was funnier, and I didn't like the basketball riot thing. That just...
Yep.
Yeah,
it was because
true.
he had to introduce the grumple for some reason,
Yeah.
which didn't need to be in the rest of the episode.
doesn't work unless you have, like...
Grumple is key to everything.
Yeah. Yeah, and I reckon just calm down a bit, It doesn't have to be 11 fucking months. Now we've got to kind of recontextualize The Simpsons that in this year that Bart and Lisa were still 10 and 8. Gil was living with them.
I'm working
Yeah.
on to a certain point. There's a trigger in Springfield that starts a time loop.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure
Oh.
out when that happened. Obviously after Maggie was born. Because prior to that, they do follow a very kind of strict chronology.
All right, we're here. Any other notes, guys?
Marge is like, we need to do it. It's the Christian charity. He's like, what does a porn star have to do with this?
Yeah, that was a
that
pretty
was-
good line.
Yeah.
Is that actually a porn star?
I mean,
I don't think it can be.
Quite
with that
possibly.
name.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
I do like when he's watching the parade and when the parade announces like, and the band is playing Rachel's theme from Batman Begins. Like, that's just a weird
Yeah.
thing for them to be playing. I thought it was a good bit.
Mm.
Marge is like, we can't kick him out. What would Dr. King say? And Homer's like, sure, we need a new doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah, again,
Didn't
like I
mind
said,
it.
he's got some good passing gags. They're not, knee slappers, but they're fair. And finally, when Homer's like, oh, baby, those legs go on forever. Oh, wait, they stop there.
Not bad.
Yeah, like I said, all decent. Oh, and Air Conditioning Appreciation Day.
Mm.
Want to see if that's a thing.
Again, all
World-
jokes that sort of got that
Yeah,
one from
exactly.
me.
Yeah.
No, little nose blow laughs.
Like World Egg Day.
Yeah.
You
Oh.
better run.
What was the other egg joke in this? Eggs Harold Stason style?
They're always running. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, and the follow-up of, do you even get that? Kinda.
Yep. I did like that at the ice skating, like when they do the nativity scene, even the hay bales are people, like with little
Oh, yeah.
eyes cut out. And I'm like, you could have just used a prop, I guess, but you decided to use like people in
That's
skate.
small. That's not the way people who put
Yeah.
on ice shows think, man.
It's very like primary school Christmas pageant,
Yeah.
I was a hay bale.
I didn't. You mean to say there was more than one octopus at the birth of Jesus Christ? Duh. Sorry, it's from Love Actually. Two things I did like, kind of the meta point of Marge going through her fantasy, or well, not her fantasy, but her memory, and then going, and that's why I can't stand up to people. And like, Marge, you didn't tell me like what you were thinking about. How am I supposed to know? Like, that was okay.
Yeah, I like that as well.
That was fine.
I forgot.
And then Gil, like when he gets fired and the person brings over the box, like, is this for your stuff? And he's like, I can't live in this. That wasn't too bad. Things I did not like. Marge, you don't know how to say no. That's why you've got 3 kids.
Yeah, that
Yeesh.
line fucking sucks.
Yeesh. No, do not do that. Kind of like making a kind of a animal cruelty sort of funny with like locking Santa's little helper in the car. Like, I don't know what they were trying to say by that.
Oh, and that was another Homer whisper. The water's under the seat.
Yeah.
Like, it's gross. It's not funny.
It's really, yeah. Anyway, fuck that joke. It's been, how long has Gil been in Scottsdale? Like 1 or 2 days? 3 days?
Yeah, not very long.
Yeah.
Because she goes in, Gil, remember me? Like, you mean the person you've been living with for 11 months up till 3 days ago?
He became a big shot very quickly as well.
What the fuck?
Those billboards and everything went up fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, the paint must have only just dried on all that shit.
Yeah.
Time for my final notes.
Now it's time for his final notes. Elliot's final notes.
The intro was jarringly unsmooth.
I
Like,
didn't really notice.
What was it again?
it was just like the Christmas version of the opening credits, but they'd clearly just snipped little bits out and just like the...
Oh, it was sudden cuts.
Yeah.
It was a little bit.
Yeah, honestly, the rest of my jokes notes are just shit that I hated, like Quimby's, I'll get one in 1 wife size and 2 mistress size.
Yeah, it's a fine line, but then we sit there and watch her hand him all the sweaters.
I get it.
And then he
because your
holds all the sweaters up.
Yeah. Did everybody get that? All right, we're about to move on to another thing.
It just makes you got good.
Yep.
Get back.
Kearney and his kid get another appearance in this episode.
Except his kid is like the dad.
Yeah. That's funny. Yeah. And my final note is the 2 instances of jowl shaking. Oh, there was like 5.
Fired isn't really a great word to shake your jowls with.
That's not bad.
I'm the fire starter.
I feel like it should be.
There
There should be more bees in the word.
Yeah, that's true.
Byard. Anyway, so yeah, Costington doing it, then his daughter, and then that guy in Scottsdale who was like Rich Texan from Scottsdale.
Yeah, very weird.
Rich Arizonan. Anyway.
Yeah.
Time to rank this thing. On the Simpsons Index, we rank using our 6-point scale, which starts down the bottom at failure. Maybe if the episode was, you give it a participant for the positive rankings, which, I don't know, we might use in this episode.
In this here wasteland.
We rarely do. The highest ranking episode to come out of a wasteland was a unanimous bronze. Anyway, if it's okay, bronze. Good silver, excellent gold, best Barry Verse, you give cubic zirconia. I'm going to go first. Let me show you how it's done. I'm going to give it a participant. This was probably 3 bad jokes away from me completely hating it. But there is some character stuff that I like, even though I hated the story and a lot of it. BT.
Okay jokes, but a plot that really squanders its concept. So yeah, participant. It's...
Jordan, finish it off.
It's a good point. It was just, if there'd been another fucking segment of the Grumple, or if there'd been just something else off color, I probably would fucking fail it. But as it stands, no, okay, yeah, I think you're right. I think participant is probably fine for this. Very stupid and bland in parts. Well done. Like a porridge that wasn't mixed very well.
All right. Here's to bad porridge.
Yeah.
All right.
When you put honey in it and then you eat all the honey essentially and there's just porridge left and you're like, ugh, I'm sick of this already.
Maybe you should just eat honey.
It's too sweet.
Sugar.
Yep. All right, that'll be a unanimous participant. This will be the 3rd episode from season 18 to be called a unanimous participant. It will be joining Crook and Ladder when Homer and the gang become firefighters.
And steal shit.
Oh. Cool.
And also Homerazzi, where Homer becomes a paparazzi.
Oh, shit. I'm really worried where that was going for a second. Where Homie joins the National Socialist Party.
All right. Well, that is our first entry into this edition of the Wasteland Megamix. So the 5th overall. Oh, my God.
It's only been 5. Come on.
I know.
40 more.
We've got a whole normal Simpsons index to do after this one.
Fuck yes.
Break my brain. Come on.
I'm really into it now.
All right, BT. as the master of the dice.
Need a D2 now? Or?
D2 now.
Okay, my D2 comes from Kraken Dice. Check them out. They're pretty good.
Kraken Dice.
That's a
Chill
one.
and Brews.
We are going to be watching an episode which you guys are going to hate the title and probably get really nervous. This one is called The Social Network. Written and directed by Aaron Sorkin. Not really. Get ready for some social media commentary.
From what year?
These kids and not being on the socials all the time.
Season 23, I think.
Oh, God. Okay, so early Facebook. Oh, this will be fun.
Hey, well, at least they're topical.
Wrong.
And we are back, and we just watched Season 23, Episode 11, The Social Network. First released in January of 2012, it was directed by Chris Clements, written by J. Stewart Burns. In this episode, Lisa invents a Facebook-style thing, and okay, boomer social commentary.
Yes.
Guys, what did you think?
I mean, it was okay. Like, it was coherent. That was nice. I don't think there were any moments of heavy cringe, But that said, not a lot of plot after the initial setup and not a huge amount of jokes, so...
No, and, oh man, this was classic extra beat alarm for this episode. So many of the jokes that I liked initially overstayed their welcome.
Yeah, I'm confused. Are we led to believe that Facebook exists in this universe, but just everyone uses... Springface. Fucking awful name, by the way.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Facebook still exists because the Winklevosses are here.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, what was Facebook, like 2007 or something, 2006?
Yeah, 2006 or 7. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's very timely. I think this is more to coincide with the movie, The Social Network.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's definitely pulling more from the movie than anything else.
Have you guys seen it?
Yeah.
The Social Network, yes.
It's good.
Yeah, it's worth it.
Yeah.
I mean,
fiction.
It
In
terms
did not
of
happen that way.
acting, Jesse Eisenberg
cool.
definitely made me not like Mark Zuckerberg before I knew all the other shit about him. Yeah, real piece of shit, real kind of sociopath. So I have no empathy for him.
Because it's what, David Fincher directing, I think?
Sorkin wrote it, though.
Yeah, Sorkin wrote it, Fincher directed, I'm pretty sure. I'm going to double check that real quick.
Justin Timberlake is...
Napster dude.
The Napster dude.
Yeah, Sean.
Yeah, and he plays a really good, like, douchebag. So, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well done, JT.
Timberlake has his moments of decent acting.
I think Eisenberg does, too. It's just...
Yeah.
He also sometimes gets put in Batman versus Superman.
Yeah. Which was, and then probably had his role changed a lot and not explained to him well. Not his fault, is my point. But yeah, written by Aaron Sorkin, directed by David Fincher. That's some pretty damn good pedigree.
So, just for my own interest, were there any, like, direct things that were paralleling the movie? Or?
Little bits, like more commentary. So there's a bit where Lisa says, I want us to have fun while you code at your desk until you pass out.
Yeah.
It was very much, they made Facebook look like a fun place to work and code, except they were obviously working very, very hard.
Okay, the pivotal bit in the movie, in Arrested Development Season 4, where they're like, so you kicked in the initial whatever, and $2.49 for the app, or $1.99 or whatever it is. It is like that scene. Like the settlement scene in the movie is a lot like that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And it does happen that the fucking twins got like 65 million.
Yeah.
Like, we want more. It's like, dude, Jesus.
Well, I mean, they did fund the operation and then he kind of like cut them out. But
again,
fuck, whatever.
65 million. Like,
yeah. No, I feel more sorry for his like at one point like his best friend.
So that was
he then like completely fucks over.
Yeah, I mean he got rich as well, but he did absolutely get panned out of the company.
Yeah, he got his shares like completely watered down. Like he was like, I think he was like 50-50 or something. And his shares got like watered down to like 5% or something of the company, and got booted out of.
Yeah,
got fired. Everything. Yeah, can't remember his name, but I do remember the guy. Andrew Garfield.
Yeah, before he was Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Again, another guy who I think acts well, but sometimes gets Spider-Man.
Yeah.
You know what? When they rebooted it the first time, I didn't mind that first one that he did, but it didn't really fit Peter Parker.
Yeah, he was a confident Peter Parker. It made no sense. He was skateboarding and chill before he was bit by a spider. It's like, that's wrong. What changed?
He was still kind of awkward, but he was just...
Yeah, but he was like, dashingly awkward.
Yeah.
And
it wasn't
not
an MJ...
beat up and shoved in a locker awkward.
Well, it wasn't an MJ story, so I guess they had to make him a little bit cooler.
They didn't understand the source material. No, it's a boring but fine movie, 6 out of 10.
And then number 2, which is just...
I couldn't even finish.
It's not even a fun train wreck.
Didn't even watch it.
That's Sony bad.
What they did to Rhino, man, how can you watch that?
What they did to Paul Giamatti and Rhino at the same time.
What they did to pacing.
Yeah.
Like,
who was Electro?
Jamie Foxx.
Jamie Foxx, that's right.
So,
Sorry, let's go back to this episode.
Yeah, for better or worse, what's a moment that stands out to you? We'll start with you, Jordan.
Look, I mean, one of my notes just says to say, do they understand what social media is?
Yeah.
Maybe the thing that made me go, ooh, the most was when Lisa is like commenting on things and then like she's getting all the replies. And Ralph posts a note that says, my daddy's gun tastes like pennies.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
I read it too quick.
oh dear. I mean, I could see Chief Wiggum
Nope.
rubbing.
No.
Save it for the Winklevoss.
Yeah, which was just, oh, fuck, that really like made me cringe internally. Like Ralph. Yeah, and you know that Clancy does not like safely store his gun or like
he's not big on gun
like
safety,
unload the magazine or whatever. What's in it?
What does a pistol have?
A clip? I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't like this because they also literally pulled focus on his other joke, which was ice cream is good as a food and a pillow. And then, they zoomed in on it. Like,
Yeah.
Let it be there if I can read it, and if I can't, then
hide the shit.
That really made me just, like, my organs shrivel up inside my body reading that.
You might want to get that looked at.
No.
How about you, BT? What stands out to you for better or worse?
I mean, I feel like we both got the biggest laugh out of it, so I don't know if you want to take that one because I have a backup.
Just do it.
Homer walks into a Cinnabon with a gift card and is like, just unspool it into my mouth until this card is empty.
Yeah.
And it's even one where I didn't mind the extension, just seeing that
coming back
thing.
and it just being rammed into his mouth. He's like drunk on food.
I mean, we've seen him eat all the donuts in the world. I can't believe he couldn't finish that Cinnabon.
Yeah, it did look like it had sort of unspooled to the same point that we left it off at. Like,
yeah.
But still, that was a very, very good bit and wonderful line delivery.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Some of my favorite material was around them all.
Yeah, that first bit was actually not bad.
Just when they got into what their actual plot was, the episode started falling.
Like, what the fuck is this?
They get to their plot of Lisa invents Facebook. Okay, then what happens? Lisa invents Facebook.
Yeah.
No, but then what?
Well, and then
Lisa
these kids with their
invents
damn phones.
Damn kids with their damn face pages and my phones.
See, this is the thing I don't quite get about this is why is Lisa actually popular on this? She hasn't done anything. She's not like, hiding in anonymity and then writing like really good things and then people are like
He leaves
insightful
comments.
She created the thing, I guess, and people like the thing, therefore they like her.
Yeah.
Because, people are more likely to hit like on something on social media than they are to do or like anything in real life.
Well, you saw that she was like writing something and then people were like, yes, that's me, agree, or whatever.
Yeah.
No one else is writing like fun stuff. She's the only one providing content for people to comment on.
Yeah, and like I think it would have made sense if she was like one of those, really good posters or whatever.
I've got it. She's like Tom on MySpace.
Oh yeah, he totally he was
everyone's friend, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. You had to be Lisa's friend to join up with Springface.
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck, there was a thing that would have referenced MySpace as well. Fuck. What a waste opportunity. Play count. How many times before today have you seen this episode?
I do not believe I have seen it.
Big fat duck egg.
Oh, yeah, man.
You didn't quite know how to respond to that, did you?
Not at all.
That's fine.
Wasteland. Yeah, could only be the second time I've seen this. It's not a good
Oh,
episode.
if only I'd watched this 3 times before.
Oh.
Just
Too
fucking
bad,
given
man.
up on TV in the meantime.
Honestly, there's a good chance anything post-season 23, because I defend a lot of season 20 to 22, but 23
after that
is where it gets bad again. So
Oh, wait, no, I have beaten you before, I think. In the Katy Perry episode where I watched it 3 times. Yes. Brilliant. Okay.
I made you watch it twice.
Okay.
If you want to hear why that happened, tune into... Was that a Vignettes episode?
Yes.
Yeah,
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's 1 to 1 to 448.
Whatever on.
Yeah, whatever episode we're up to now.
You can still catch up, maybe.
Yeah.
Wackiness. Was this a wacky episode of The Simpsons?
Oh my, yes.
Yes, it was, actually, now that I think
All
about
the stuff at the American Mall.
Yeah, Otto just uses Bart as a skateboard.
Yep.
And he's fine with it.
Yeah, I wrote Bart Slide and Otto Ride.
Nice.
Nelson bowls the nerds over with a computer.
Hated that.
Yeah,
And
just
especially
took too long.
I'm going to play Angry Nerds.
And then they all start oinking
Yeah.
when they go,
It's just...
fucking dumb.
Oh, this is an internet thing. And Facebook.
Yeah. Well, look, we're looking at it in hindsight. Angry Birds was very popular
That's the
when
thing.
it first
I feel
came out.
like a lot of this would have been a lot more not played to death
Yeah.
if we'd watched it when it aired.
Yeah.
God, now there's been 2 Angry Birds movies.
Yeah.
and several apps based on the franchise.
You can basically break technology down into 3 groups. First, you have pre-Angry Birds, then you have prime Angry Birds, then you have post-Angry Birds.
Those are all PAB.
Look,
You've got to change the names.
this is history, not literature, man.
Okay.
With very confusing initialisms.
I do like Jimbo hears him say conundrum from however many blocks away and then phones him to tell him that he's going to come beat him up. That was pretty funny, actually.
But what about the follow-up with the pin barter?
Him getting struck up and beaten, and then Martin just showing up out of the blue for no reason.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of stupid.
The pin martinia.
You're really going for this, aren't you?
We should have called it a Ma Pinata.
You know,
damn it.
Every time one of us cracks first, and I think it's Elliot.
Yay!
Yes. We are strong. We have stamina.
And full of liquor.
And borscht, apparently.
Yes.
When Marge is throwing away the old gift cards from places that had closed
that
already.
What the fuck was that?
Slow-mo watch on each of them.
Like
just
a
have
tribute.
An award ceremony, applause as they all pass away.
But it was like they were clapping themselves on the back for the really bad puns.
Yes!
Yeah.
Like,
that is so true.
What was
Burns and Noble instead of Barnes and Noble? It's Mr. Burns.
Yeah.
What was the name of the video store?
Block.
It was like based on Blockbuster or
Crop Duster video.
Crop Duster. Like, that's not even funny. That's like a 4-year-old's joke.
They've had Lackluster before, and that's at least better.
And it was a decent observation. These gift cards that I got at the start have all closed down now. That's fine.
Yeah,
and then
I don't know.
Pick a card with Homer. And
one bit I liked from this section was Homer with the trolley that kept running into him.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Here, Maggie, you have a go."
And she's like,
she's loving it.
The only thing I did not like is that in the a million car pileup, you can see the trolley come up over the top of all of them. Like,
it should have bounced off.
Yeah, it's
safely.
Silly.
They already set up that it bounces off things safely. But yeah, that part of the episode, that wackiness was total no one looks up from their phones anymore thing.
Also, holy fuck, did he say 34 deaths?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yep.
That is
high body count.
Very bad, very awful. What the fuck? You don't just drop that. My God.
Lisa's got blood on her hands.
Hey, she just made the thing.
Yeah.
If you use it irresponsibly, that's on you.
Yeah, she invented crack. She didn't make people take it. Any other wackiness?
Mr. Burns has like a crank computer.
Oh, yeah.
That was about it. It was just a visual. Didn't do much with it.
Oh, and when they're in the Maple store, I liked the 2D computer that Homer ends up buying, the Maple Void.
Yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't bad as well. And it's like, can you charge me for things that Google gives you for free? I already did. I like that.
But then whenever they show that laptop, it's always really chunky looking.
Yeah.
From that point on, I'm like, why bother? Never mind.
It actually looks thicker than my one now. And mine's really old.
Wouldn't it be easier to animate just a flat square? Yeah. Like, why didn't you just do that? You dum-dums. Anyway.
But I do like when he's throwing it out as well. He just tears it like it's a bit of paper.
Yeah. Another kind of wackiness. So Bluehead Lawyer, his name is literally Burns's lawyer.
I thought his first name was Bluehead.
Yeah, I don't know. But, I mean...
I knew his last name was Lawyer. But...
Yeah, his book is rated as Burns's lawyer. So, I don't know. Maybe that's just his name. Maybe that's why he became Burns's lawyer.
What the fuck was that joke anyway? Like...
Oh, written the 60-foot baby joke.
And buy it online now while you can do tax right. I don't know. It sucked.
Stupid. Yeah, speaking of what you just said before when he chucks away and tears it, why did they... Okay, well, we've closed down the site, so you just chuck your phone away. You don't need your phone anymore.
And your computer.
Oh, your computer. You just chuck it away. That was the only thing that you were using it for. Was that one page.
Yeah,
really stupid.
To be entirely fair, at least it was a visual metaphor for people giving it up, you know.
Yeah, true. It was fine. It was one of the less egregious parts of the episode.
Yeah, okay, fine.
So, we got a lot more wackiness to talk about, but how about the heart of this episode? Did you guys feel the bumps?
I mean, there's a bit of Lisa trying to have friends. It's not quite clear how that works for her.
I just don't think they spent enough time on it, though, like, with her interacting with people online and them showing, like, the friendship she's building online.
And then not having anything real in person.
Yeah. Which
although, again,
they showed the not real in person, but...
Yeah, no, but not too much of it. But there's a bit where it kind of bugs me where she's all, I don't have any friends in real life. And then Ralph is on the, whatever that thing is called, little kid.
Helter Skelter?
No. Yeah, maybe.
Spin it around.
Little spinny thingy.
Yeah.
Like a little merry-go-round.
Pretty sure it's a Helter Skelter.
Is it? That's
pretty
a Beatles
sure.
song.
Maybe that's what British people call it.
Because then why is the song Helter Skelter about a slide?
Oh, what?
Point is, she's all, I don't have any friends. There's Ralph, wee! She's like, I'm trying to mope over here. And it's like, go play with Ralph.
I think that would have been a pretty interesting story turn.
Instead, he's all like, oh, we...
Yeah.
Hold on. Playground spinny toy.
Hard-hitting journalism.
Roundabout or merry-go-round.
I'll be a roundabout.
That's kind of disappointing.
Merry-go-round.
I hope it had like a charming...
You know, like a charming name that you later find out is a reference to the Black Plague. Like all British toys.
Yeah.
I think merry-go-round is very British.
Mm.
Oh, it goes round. It makes you merry. How merry go? Yeah.
What should we call it?
I say you call it a tea strainer.
How's that related to the Black Plague, though?
Oh, my, you don't know.
Well, your skin would have holes in it,
Mhm.
like a tea strainer.
Oh, there you go.
Sometimes your blisters would pop and strain,
Yuck.
like just like tea.
And had the same colour, too.
Mhm.
Madness.
It killed so many people. Okay, the thing is, they like Lisa at the end, but I'm not really sure why. They're like, hey, come play
They're
with
like,
us now.
Yeah,
It's like,
and you're like, why? You didn't do anything. Like, they would hate you for turning off the social media, surely.
Yeah.
they at least could be like, hey, you want to come to this new park we found out because of your app? Something.
Yeah.
I don't know. Give us a little bit. Or, you know, we were playing Jax online. We realized there was a physical version. You want to come play?
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't have to be much.
You can play Jax online? That's so sad.
I assume.
Oh, that's sad.
If that's not a Flash game, I'll eat a taco.
Yeah, but that's
Probably
really,
through Facebook as well.
God, that's really grim. I don't even want to think about that. No, my heart was going to be, man, just the Winklevosses are super into each other.
The two guest stars for this episode.
Wait, that was actually them?
No, it was...
Oh, thank God. I was about to say, geez, they wouldn't have stooped to that, surely.
Well, they were only in it so then they could sue about it.
Mm.
So,
Who
I
was
mean,
it?
do they deserve, like, The Simpsons doing this to them? Are they bad people as well? Or?
Well, I mean, look, I don't know them in real life. All I know is their portrayal in The Social Network, and they kind of come across as, like, rude, stuck-up, driven jerks. Like, very into rowing.
Yeah, I don't know why this was in the episode, why they decided it had to be in London. I mean,
that was the Olympics.
but Patty and Selma, like, why not still have it in America? I don't
Whatever.
know.
Well, no, because I think they were saying, like, they did go to the Olympics, and Patty and Selma happened to be in the Olympics too. What? Like, they may be better than the Winklevosses, but they're not better than, like, other trained athletes. That's just stupid.
Yeah.
But
Anyway.
I mean, in all seriousness and in all fairness to them, can you imagine someone whose last name is Winklevoss not being a jerk? Because I can't.
He's a real Winklevoss.
Yep.
Yeah, Henry Winkler was right to shorten his name.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, the guest stars for this episode.
Yeah, who were they?
It was Arnie Hammer playing both of them.
Really? He came in for that?
Because he was in the movie. He was the Winklevosses in the movie.
Yeah, he was too.
Wait, he was both of them?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Why get twins when you can get Arnie Hammer?
Why didn't they just do that with The Matrix?
You think when he gets drunk, he's Arnie Hammered?
And, yeah, the other guest star was David Letterman.
Yeah.
Zing.
Yeah,
I mean,
we never
jinx,
talk about
fuck.
the we never talk about the chalkboard and the couch gag most of the time.
Because
do
they're
wanna bring these up.
usually
Well,
boring.
they're usually irrelevant. So this, I'm going to give a props to the chalkboard gag, which was "We do need no education."
Oh, that's good.
yeah.
Yeah, Pink Floyd referenced that by changing from "don't" to "do" actually gets more confusing.
Yes.
Then they got this whole mostly silent bit with them trying to get to the studio, but it's not silent because Homie yells "Doll!"
And
And then-
headbutts two people, including
Well,
a woman.
It could be anyone. Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't really
Stagehand,
matter. The
he
fact
still
that he's
hits
just
someone.
like headbutting someone for no reason. It's like the first one, you're like, oh, because they won't let them in, so he headbutts them to get past.
Yeah,
What
the
a-
second one was just vindictive.
Yeah.
But I mean, the payoff to
frickin-
this is Letterman sitting there going, "Where are they? Okay, what are we doing? We're doing the couch gag? Oh, here they are. Well, there's the couch
So
gag."
they just
It's
run
like-
in and sit on the couch? That's it? We brought you here and stayed
Which
here for this?
They've literally done a Letterman gag before where they've run in, sat on the couch, and they've panned out and
Oh,
turned around.
yeah.
They've done this bit without this long introduction.
Hey, question. Did you ever think David Letterman and his show was, like, funny?
There was a point where I watched it once. I'm like, I kind of get it now. It's not funny. It's like Uncle Funny.
Well,
You know?
because, like, I always thought you're making, like, kind of observational jokes based on the day's news, but I'm not laughing. Is it that I don't get it, or is it that they just have that style?
Yeah.
And the other, like, funny people who do, like, late night shows. Like, I thought Stephen Colbert was really funny, but I don't think he's that funny doing his, like, nightly show.
Oh, yeah, that format has, like, choked him. He was funny because of the Stephen Colbert character. And this, he's having to play it straight. And, like, in an era of Trump, I really wish we still had the Colbert
Yeah,
Report.
absolutely.
Or they were poor.
Fuck.
Maybe it's an unpopular opinion, but I just never thought David Letterman was that funny in real life anyway.
I don't think he's meant. Yeah, again, he's not meant to be like funny, because I don't think you can do a
But
nightly
the
show.
audience is laughing.
Yeah,
So
they're
what
being
the fuck?
They're being told to.
Okay.
And also, like, being in a theater or whatever, that can, like, really impact.
Yeah, the event of being there and a
you had to
group
be
on
there.
stage and all that kind of stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. But, like, first of all, I don't think you can make a good comedy show when you have to do it nightly. There's no way
That's
to process
true.
jokes that
I think
quickly.
the only thing I actually know I do like, I think the only thing I liked was he used to do the top 10s, but he really was self-indulgent with them. Like, he really thought
Because
they
they
were
kind
funny.
of found out after a while that was something people were tuning in for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the single float, like, will it single float?
Oh, Will It Float? I
Yeah,
love
yeah.
Will It Float.
Yeah, that was not bad either.
Because, classic, like, spend a half a minute doing the theme song and then just drop something in water. It floats! Another half a minute on
And
the
then
theme
wasn't
song.
there a girl who was like had a grinder like on her chest and she was like shooting
That's
out
right.
sparks and
Grinder
shit?
girl,
I'm like,
yeah.
what the fuck is this got to do with the rest of the thing? Anyway,
She got pretty far on that one bit.
yeah,
Yeah.
probably pretty good.
Props to Grinder Girl.
But no, I found David Letterman funny in the same way that back when we had commercial TV and his show would be on 1 o'clock in the morning and I'd be stoned as fuck and it was on, as opposed to a lot of things which weren't on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember seeing it. He'd be on like, and it was maybe that or Rage.
Yeah. And it was the same way with Foxtel when we eventually got that at my mum's place. It'd be like, yeah, I'll watch Conan O'Brien, fuck Jay Leno, fuck Jimmy Fallon. Yeah, basically fuck all of them except Letterman was somewhat appealing and Conan O'Brien's okay as well.
Yeah,
I just like Conan, I think, as a person.
Yeah.
Just seems like a really nice guy.
Yeah, I listened to a bit of his podcast.
It's good.
Conan O'Brien Needs a Friend. And he was interviewing Neil Young. I was like, this is a good one.
Oh, you check that out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His like segments that he does with like celebrities where he just gets to hang out with them
Yeah.
are fun. Like where he was playing like Tony Hawk with Lil Jon or Lil Wayne or one of them.
One
Yeah.
of those little
One
rappers.
little person.
Why
I
did
like-
that become a thing? Hey, I'm a rapper. My name has to start with little.
Yeah.
Why?
And there was one where he took like one of his interns that worked on the show to like do like a driving test or learn how to drive, but he had like Kevin Hart and Ice Cube, and they were like, all right, take us over to that dispensary, and they're just buying like a pinata and like filling it with weed and stuff. Yeah, it's good. Anyway,
Anyway, Simpsons.
Did I ask
Jimmy
if it
Fallon
felt
can
like an
fuck off.
episode yet?
No, but no.
Ultimately, though, did it feel like a episode?
We want to talk about Conan O'Brien's show more than we want to talk about this stupid show.
It feels like it, again, the structure of one is there. It's just, it's not bad. It's just not really there. There's not a whole bunch going on.
No, and the episode was so forthright with how short it was running. We had a big, long couch gag.
Man.
We had
Yeah.
the extended credits. We had not one, but 2 post-credit scenes.
Yeah, one literally called Show's Too Short Story.
Yeah, fuck that.
Like, god damn.
It was bad, too.
Yeah, once again being done in this Dark Stanley style that we've had before.
Everyone had, like, Jake the dog eyes. That was pretty unsettling.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was very weird.
I mean, stylistically, it looked nice, but, you know, again, if you got this much time in your episode, put more in your fucking episode.
Yeah, because this is a story that's ripe. Like, we are in an age of social media. They could be commenting on this. Every fucking comment they make seemed so half-baked.
This was, again, I guess this was like a while ago, so
Yeah, but-
it wasn't as prolific. What am I trying to
Prolific?
say? Prolific as it is
The
right
prolific
now.
elephant.
Yes.
Yeah. But I mean, Facebook and Twitter were around. There's enough
True.
social media that's well established that you can, make social media commentary on, and they just didn't. And, I don't think there were any major character breaks, but the show as a whole just felt so bad.
Joe fell in a hole.
Yes or no, would you watch it again?
I mean,
if I'm on a plane, I'll give it a plane watch.
Yeah, actually, this is like a first act. Those were okay jokes that I don't mind. Fall asleep.
I think the plane watch is slightly above the Hangover watch.
Oh, really?
I mean, it's debatable
Oh,
which one's on top.
if it's this or death, I'd pick this.
Well, it's good to know that, Jordan. I
Yeah.
don't worry about the one you would take, death over.
Ooh. The one that sends you insane, like with the hidden flashing images that drive you crazy.
The Tokyo one.
What?
It's got those flashing seizure robots.
Oh, no, I was making up one.
Oh, okay.
BT, what would you change?
Get
I
rid
would,
of those psychotic images that drive you crazy. No,
Yeah,
sorry.
obviously. What were
Can't
we
get rid of
thinking?
those in the wasteland.
Yes. Get rid of the Show's Too Short story at the end and just put more
fuck
focus
that.
on it. Put more focus on Lisa's journey of becoming the queen of the internet, but realizing it's a hollow victory because no one in real life really wants to hang out with her now.
Yeah.
And also, shouldn't she have made a boatload of money on this?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe they didn't run ads on it. Yeah, okay, fair enough.
They didn't have a monopoly on online media presence, whatever.
Yeah, fair.
I don't know the terminology.
So there's more to be mined here. Just watch The Social Network again and pick something from that rather than watching the trailer.
Yeah. And Jordan?
It's a hard one. I don't think you need to tell it in that fucking 1 year ago or whatever style.
Yeah.
Not 1 year, but walk us through the courtroom kind of intercut things. I don't think that was necessary, and it didn't really add anything to the story.
Yeah, and I felt like, it was there to do these...
Yeah, because what was she in court for? Like,
causing 34 deaths?
Didn't do that.
But yeah, I felt like this bit was just included for lazy jokes, like the blue-haired lie going, Lisa, do we really need to hear all of these things? And
yeah,
it's like,
so
do
meta.
we? I mean, again, this was...
Some of the best material was at that mall. But if we did it chronologically, we'd still have that.
Yeah.
It was just the setup.
Yeah, it felt like they were stretching this out. Sorry, was that all you noticed?
Well, they were. Oh, no, not all my notes.
What
was
that
like
all you
to
change? Yeah.
Just cut that hippo joke as well.
Fucking
Just
hell.
shorten it, because I kind of like the beginning of it, but again, it took like 6 bites when
they cut
4 was too many.
Yeah, if they'd cut off at, what? You never showed me. That's it.
Yep.
We get what both are implying. That's enough.
I reckon it was a shit sandwich. Had really good bread on the outside, but just a big sloppy turd in the middle. Because, I liked the intro, and I liked the last line of, I have no hippo. That was a good line, but everything else, just way too fucking drawn out.
Yep.
Yeah, look, I said it before, but just...
And you'll say it again.
And I will. Lisa needs to be shown how good she is online.
Lisa needs braces.
Dental plan.
Lisa needs braces.
We watched that episode. Sorry.
Nope.
Not the Wasteland, we can't.
Yeah, fuck
Two
this.
more bad episodes to get
Fuck
through.
this.
The earliest episode we'll be going now is to season 13.
Oh, that's an unlucky season.
Oh, yes, it is. For more reason than one. Anyway, what was I going to say?
That's where Al Jean died, and they replaced him with a doppelganger. Al is dead.
Gene Al.
Yeah.
Van Damme.
Genal.
Anyway, so show Lisa why she's good online. Why, because she can be like one of those funny Twitter people like Pixelated Boat or Drill or something,
Fuck yes.
Yeah.
Drill's got a show now?
Yeah.
Fuck, it's
What?
like, that's amazing. He's got a show.
Who?
He wears a mask.
Who?
Drill
Who the fuck is Drill?
Wint.
What? Say words.
You don't know Drill
How much
tweets?
How much madness have you taken so far?
What's the one I like the best of his tweets?
Can't believe you don't know Drill.
Oh, that's the one he's like, okay, food, $200, data, $150, rent, $800, candles, $3,600, utility, $150. Someone who is good at the economy, please help me budget this. My family is dying. And then someone's replied, spend less on candles? And he just replies, no.
Leaving the group chat so I can focus on my responsibilities as a Shark Tank subreddit moderator.
Yeah.
How do I get cowboy paint off a dog?
So he's a tweet guy.
Yeah.
One of my favorite ones. It is with a heavy heart that I must announce that the celebs are at it again.
I'm not owned. I'm not owned. I continue to insist as I slowly shrink and transform into a corn cob.
Yeah. So long, suckers. I rev up my motorcycle and create a huge cloud of smoke. When the cloud dissipates, I'm lying completely dead on the pavement.
Don Lad Trump reportedly said that normal type Pokemon are a waste of time. They're just dirty birds and rat who have no right being a Pokemon.
Yeah.
All right. Have you got another one?
I've been spending the last 7 years of my life making a ROM hack of Super Mario RPG where everyone is pregnant. I expect to make $100 from it. So good.
All right, guys. Any other notes?
So Homer parks, and then he's like, sees a guy thinking he's leaving, and so let's all pretend we're about to leave. You goddamn monster.
That is satanic level sadist.
I have bled from the eyes from fury before. People who get in their cars, start it, turn it on, the lights are red, they're doing their mascara, and you're like, nope. If you don't want to leave, you don't turn the fucking thing on.
Don't get in the car. I had that exact thing happen today. I'm like, okay, I've seen you both get in the car. I saw the car go, like drop down as you sat in the chair. You close the eyes. Why is it not?
Yeah.
Close the eyes. Close the doors.
What are you doing?
The car is not. The brake lights are not on. You haven't turned the car on. What are you doing? You can't sit in the driver's seat if you're not going to go right now. Get the fuck out of that
At
spot.
least they didn't turn it on. I've had people turn it on and just sit there. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
You can clearly see as well that someone is waiting for you.
Yeah.
Although I've had the opposite as well, where like someone has gotten in the car and like turned on the car and I'm like indicating to go into their spot and waiting. and the person behind me, I could see in the mirror, looking so angry all of a sudden, like trying to lean on their horn, but it wasn't working.
Oh, no.
And they were like, and like, I'm like, I'm going to take my time now because you can clearly see that car is reversing out of that spot. So shut the fuck up.
You did nothing wrong.
Yeah.
Lenny has to get cut off from his doll addiction.
Yeah, this was fine, but probably a little bit too long.
The Ellis Island doll or whatever is like, okay, what are you trying to say?
Yeah, it was like, because I liked the let me help you, and then he goes off onto his whole thing.
Was it just me, or did she really look like Gillian Anderson?
Sounded
Just
like her too.
Yeah, so I was like, interesting. What are they doing?
They have the Wilhelm scream in the video game they're playing. I like a good
cool.
Wilhelm.
That's not really Facebook. Even the games that Facebook have are not like FPSs.
No.
Like
It was like fucking Call of Duty.
yeah, and no, that's like normally Farmville or
That's what made me go,
Bejeweled.
do they know what social media is?
Yeah.
Because I don't think they do.
Yeah.
It's all that internet
technology
stuff,
and
you know?
phones.
Internet
It's all your
cafes
phones.
and
and finally the
okay, boomer.
musical sting of Creep that was also from Social Network.
The weird.
That is a fucking creepy ass version. Like
It's a creepy ass song in the right
But
context.
also
True.
because they use the first 4 lines, they don't ever have the chorus. And then when the credits roll, they use the same 4 lines. And I'm like, why don't you just cut in at the chorus at that point? It was only playing about 30 seconds ago.
Because they're
probably
creeps.
and it's probably all they could afford.
Maybe. Hey, in the McBain movie, is that the swank guy at the start?
Swank.
You know, I call it swank.
Oh yeah.
It is that guy, right?
Yeah.
Didn't he die in the McBain? Anyway, it doesn't matter.
This is McBain Returns the reboot.
Yeah, fair enough.
Dark Fate.
I did like when he punched the cobra and he's like, you have erectile dysfunction.
Although,
that
like,
was good, Joe.
Radio Wolfcastle looks pretty bad in that. And I'm wondering,
Yeah.
I thought that was going to be a joke, and no.
See, I thought it was like New Police Story where like Jackie Chan's kind of like burnt out
Yeah.
and like has to come back because like someone's got a personal vendetta against him. Namely this guy, the swank guy, because I thought he killed him in the first one anyway. A couple of other like sign gags. There were a couple of good ones. There was a store called Nouveau Bitch or Biche, I guess it would be. Anyway, it doesn't matter. And another one was like, they had all these other like waspy sounding names. One was just called Expensive Bros Jewelry.
Yeah. And there was another one, nothing under 1,000.
Yeah, kind of. Why do they call it Maple with the 2 bytes out of it?
Pretty lazy.
It's their PAL port.
Yeah, I know. It's a shit one.
It's so they can call them like MyPods and MyPads.
Yeah, it's so dumb.
You do the same with like, call it
Pear.
plum, pear, banana,
All good company names.
Apricot.
mango.
Or names for Gwyneth Paltrow children.
It's a bit.
Or Bob Geldof.
Was Peaches Bob Geldof or was she with Michael Hutchins? Okay, no, that was Heavenly Horani Tiger Lily. Was Michael Hutchins, right?
Yes.
That's a name.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, because like Bob Geldof and Michael Hutchins would like feud because obviously like
Yeah,
Paul
who
Yates.
had the stupid
right.
kid name?
Paul Yates was with Bob Geldof and then left him for Michael Hutchins, but they'd still have the anyway. Doesn't matter.
Anyway.
Homer downloads like the complete works of Shakespeare just to like delete it, and they're like, "Who's the greatest writer of all time now?" I'm like, "Well, I mean, it's still Shakespeare."
Oh, it just felt, again, like more stuff to extend this episode. Like their Sophia Coppola burn.
Yeah.
Like, which is, it's paused. Wait, 5 seconds. Oh, wait, nope.
That bird just moved. Yeah, I wouldn't mind. You know, if I could watch Godfather 3 in 20 times speed, that might make it okay.
Burn Godfather 3. And I mean that quite literally. Burn Godfather 3.
At some point, Cletus's wife
Yeah.
is just smoking a crack.
Brandine.
Brandine is just
Gotta
smoking
live
a crack
life
pipe.
to the fullest and smoke crack. Woo!
The funny thing is, lately I've been hanging that up as an example of when The Simpsons feels like a sketch show. Like they're just cutting to the character. So it's like Little Britain just to do their catchphrase or their thing. And I quite often use the example of, they cut to Cletus for a meth joke. And, you know, I was thinking the other week as I was editing an episode where I said that, I'm like, we actually haven't seen that in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, careful what you wish for.
There we go. Press the reset button on 0 days without a Cletus reference.
Yeah.
It feels like one of those old like British sketch shows where they'd like cut to like a character in a scene and they'd zoom in on their face, be like, "That wasn't very fun," and it'd be like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Real army plums energy.
Yeah.
Where's me point?
Your doctor, you are incorrigible. How many times we do that every fucking episode? I swear to God. Still good.
And my other notes are, again, moments from this episode that just seem to extend it out. The Ask Jeeves joke.
Oh, that
Holy
went
fuck.
for a good 15 seconds at least.
Again, just show him in the courtroom and don't need this somber walk off with a carriage that he is Jeeves. He should be doing the writing of it.
Yeah.
And yeah, the post thing with the text, I know that's probably tying into the social network and all that, but again, these were
Did
bad
not
jokes.
enhance the show.
No. It's time to rank this thing. I don't know who's next. Why not Jordan?
Why not Jordan?
Yes.
Name of your sitcom. Why not Jordan?
Oh, no, that sounds sad.
Okay, sorry.
Like, I'm the last resort.
Oh, no, I meant it more like, why not Jordan?
Yeah, but it still
No,
makes
no,
it seem
yeah.
like,
Yeah, no, yeah, you're right.
okay, we've exhausted every other opportunity. I guess, look, why not Jordan? Look,
Yeah,
we've got
yeah.
nothing else to lose at this stage. I'm sad now.
Sorry.
Okay, timing. Sorry, yes. What are we doing? Yeah, I know.
Rank
Ranking.
this thing.
I
I like your shoes, if that helps.
Thank you. They need a clean. Shit,
Like
they're
some-
really dirty.
For viewers at home, that's some like cream-colored cons.
Like a lemon, I guess.
Like a lemon high-top cons.
Cream, con high tops.
Don't you stop.
Shaboobie wop.
I'm going to give it a participant.
I am also giving it a participant. Oh my God. Like, it could have been a failure, I reckon, because of how much it squanders its opportunity. But objectively, a bunch of stuff that I like. And also, this is our sixth stop on the Wasteland. I've seen a lot worse today.
Yeah, look, I'm going to go participant as well. There's nothing bad here. It's just kind of bland and it's just wasted opportunity. There's nothing I got angry or upset about. It's a participant.
Oh, right. And wow, this will be our first episode from season 23 to be deemed a unanimous participant.
I mean,
Is that
could
raising
either-
or lowering the bar?
That could either be a good thing or a bad thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got a lot of failures and dull participants
Oh,
and
That's what I
boy.
figured.
But, from the HD era, we've had a lot of unanimous participants in this panel, especially being through the Wasteland. We had Treehouse of Horror 19, which
Yep.
was the Grand Pumpkin one, the Transformers,
Oh, that was so bad.
the Burns and the Bees, where Lisa tries to save the bees in Springfield.
Oh,
Not
yeah.
the bees!
Yeah, with Mark Cuban, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, okay.
Father Knows Worst, when Homer becomes a helicopter parent, which I think we all wanted to like more, but it just...
Yeah.
And also from our season 30 Wasteland, Krusty the Clown, where Krusty leaves his clowning job to become
A
a clown.
Okay.
And before we move on, is our reputation
Is that reputation justified?
justified? God, that thing is out of tune.
It literally can't stay in tune. It's kind of funny.
Hayden Childs of the AV Club.
Hayden, I have a child's. I don't know.
Child
had him
What did Child
slash her
Hayden have to
before.
say?
Why are you hating Childs?
Not hating on childs. I just don't know what to call him slash her.
Fortunately, it has a few jokes to keep the proceedings moving along, but not enough to rescue this episode from mediocrity. What did he rank it?
B minus.
C plus.
Bang on.
Hey!
Damn, I should have watched your finger because you gave away.
Yeah.
Really did.
You really did.
Yeah,
Not to the podcast listener, though.
that's true.
All right, guys, it's time we move on. And BT, for the last flip of the dice to figure out what episode goes first.
E1.
Oh,
I'm kidding.
I was going
or
to
is
say,
it a D2 dice or is it a coin?
It's like a weird
I have a dice.
strip, like Mobius strip, isn't it?
it's a little, hexagonal disc.
Oh,
Counts as a dice. I told you. I got it from
no,
the
didn't you have
Kraken
that
dice.
one that's like?
Yeah.
Okay.
I do, but it's upstairs.
Oh, well, it's useless to us.
2.
All right, we are going to watch a season 31 episode.
Oh dear.
What's it titled?
Go Big or Go Homer.
Okay.
Actually, not ridiculous.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Which means we'll be ending the night with a clip show. I think that's good. A nice, easy one to
Yeah.
end up with. And we are back, and we just watched an episode from season 31. This was the second episode from that season. It's called Big Go Bone Go. Go Big or Go Homer. Wasteland.
I forgot what this episode was.
First released in
Go
October
Big
of
or
2019.
Mo Home.
It was directed by Matthew Hornan, written by John Frank.
I'm not falling for that. That's stupid.
Cavalcade of shit.
Yeah, what are you doing?
I thought if it was written by, but in a later era, and I was leading up to it with the John, you'd know that's a
Okay.
Frankian.
No, we have a saying for John Frank. It's Frank!
Hey, can you imagine if Tim Long and John Frink teamed up to write a super episode
It's just a black hole for 22 minutes.
along with Deb Lacusta?
Oh, yeah.
Dan Castellaneta. Lacustra and Castellaneta sound like Spanish instruments.
They actually wrote the next episode we're doing.
Yes!
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Come on, hurt me, you bitches.
In this episode,
Make me bleed.
Homer gets put in charge of leading the nuclear power plant's mentor program and meets a Michael Rappaport type, played by Michael Rappaport.
Yeah.
Is that who it was? Okay.
And it's about him, basically, the whole fucking episode. Guys, what did you think?
Participant.
Yeah. Let's move on.
That was
All right.
quick.
So next we're watching...
Look, I don't say that in the
Teens
interest of, cutting through everything. I just say it more in the interest of, this is going to be one where I'm going to have to fake a lot of enthusiasm to get through it because we're at the end of the Wasteland. I need to really pump things up here, but there's not a lot to say because it is our participant.
Yeah. Oh, it's so boring.
Yeah.
And it's literally just letting Michael Rappaport go for 20 minutes.
Yeah, and to his credit, I think, assuming this is improvised to some degree, he goes. Even if it's not improvised, his performance is good, but his character cannot carry an episode.
It's like the arc is so fucking slow. Again, I feel like we've had a lot of episodes today. It's like, I don't know what this is about, but this is for different reasons.
Yeah, somewhere on here is just what the fuck is going on, but not like in a I'm confused kind of way, just like, this is everything you have.
Yeah.
Like the first half of this episode, and I know everything you're doing.
Yeah, I did not enjoy it. I got to be honest with you.
Oh, the character becomes insufferable by Act 2.
Yeah.
And then there's more. Jordan, for better or worse, what stands out to you?
Or maybe just a little bit of plot. Okay. The bit that I kind of actually laughed at, and maybe I shouldn't have, the bit where he actually goes off at Bart. Fucking like two bulging eyes with a can of oats for a head.
Yeah.
And I mean, the insults weren't that funny, but then Lisa just cracking up made me laugh because it's like, oh, thank God someone finally takes him down.
No, that was a good bit. You can see a lot of, repressed rage from Lisa coming out in that burst of rare laughter for her.
Potato clock. That's,
I wrote down
fair
Potato
enough.
Clock. That was funny.
Yeah, that probably was a bit that stood out to me because the rest was like, wait, why is this even happening? What's this guy's story? I was waiting for like some big twist and actually, you know what? I spent probably like 5 minutes of this episode just Googling like, jersey does he have? I'm like, that's why I was asking him when the episode came out because I'm like he's got a 30. Is that bit? It doesn't. He's obviously
There's no
a
team name or
Was
anything?
it Patrick Ewing?
No, Patrick Ewing was 33. And he had a 30 jersey. I'm like, that's Steph Curry's number, but that's orange, and he looks like a Knicks fan.
Yeah.
I don't think he's a Golden State fan. And then I think if it came out this year, it must be Julius Randle, who they just like got this year. But that's how much I was engaged with the episode. I'm like trying to figure out like, is it Knicks jersey? Yeah, it's orange. Okay, so Knicks are orange. So that joke stood out the most.
How about you, BT? What stands out for better or worse?
I'm going to say the whole intro sequence with like them getting ready to surprise Lenny and, the card and everyone signs, gives $5, and then Mr. Burns just comes in and writes all over everything and doesn't ship $5 and Homer gets obsessed on it. That was good. I really quite enjoyed that. I'm like, this is a 31 and I'm having a pretty good time.
Yep.
And then there's that bit where Homer has the dream where the letters impale Marge and he wakes up screaming. He goes, I have a terrible nightmare where I took your advice. Like, fuck. Way to just tank this entirely.
Such a piece of shit moment. And in an episode where we're meant to feel bad about him too.
Yeah, I know. It's not a good start. But hey, that whole opening sequence, I mean, I liked Abracadabra.
Yeah?
It was a decent enough fun. I got some chuckles.
And also, I mean, look, Homer is right. You fucking chip in
Oh, yeah.
if you're going to sign the card. You don't get to sign the card if you
100%.
didn't fucking chip in.
The code of the card.
Yeah, exactly. he is in the right, and I feel his pain.
I concur.
Having had to organize like work birthdays before, and it's like, did you put in? Who hasn't put in? I've only got like $55 here. That's not enough for one of those nice cakes.
Definitely not enough for one of those nice cards either.
No, exactly.
Certainly nowhere near enough to get a little bit of pud.
Exactly. Not even near a little bit of custard.
Did everybody put in?
I put in a little.
Put in a little bit more than that, mate.
Actually, when Birds wrote his name all over everybody else, it reminded me of the wine bit where they just wrote over the to a great friend, you are a cunt. Watch more Auntie Donna, people. It was.
It's not like we've seen this for the first time today and we just love it. It's just the fact that fucking love it. You get obsessed very easily. I like it.
Yeah, I think it's a nice commentary on the way people react around desserts. It's like, I couldn't have another bite. There's dessert. I can have a little bit of dessert.
Aw, and you always got a dessert stomach, separate from your regular stomach.
Might have 2 slices.
little bit more dessert than that.
And yeah, what stands out to me, when everybody is standing around and suddenly listening to Homer at the store,
Oh, yeah. What the fuck?
like that moment was dumb enough. Like, why is everybody stopping to listen to Homer? Like,
Well, he's like preaching, but it still
Yeah.
doesn't make
At
much
what
sense.
store? I can't even remember this bit.
when he's getting the suits and stuff, preparing for his mentor
Which
thing.
tie?
Ah,
But also,
right.
you
I like
just-
the tie bit, actually.
You just saw the escalators animated too well behind him, and you're
Mm.
like, well, this is going to come into play in
Yeah.
3, 2, oh, there we go, his pants are gone.
I didn't mind the line, they always come back.
Yeah, that was okay.
But then when he's sort of thinking and reflecting and feeling insecure about people laughing at him later, then the Monty Burns signature comes back again, and it's like, that's not related to this.
It's all stacking up.
Well,
now.
yeah,
It's
because it
like,
calls him
eh.
the wrong name and stuff as well.
Yeah, but that's still not part of it anyway.
No.
Play count. Have you guys seen this episode before today?
I haven't.
I have not.
In the month since it's aired. No, I have not.
Definitely not.
I watched a little clip on Twitter of Michael Rappaport going, my dream's been realized. I'm finally in a Simpsons episode.
Yeah, fair.
Okay.
And I'm like, oh, well, this is going to be a huge pile of garbage.
Well, I mean, let's be honest. If you got to be in a Simpsons episode, you'd be wrapped too.
Oh, especially if I got this much focus on it.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
This is essentially the Michael Rappaport hour.
His character just didn't make sense for me. That's the big problem. I'm like, what is going on with this guy?
Can we get Michael Rappaport to start a podcast where he does news about rap? It'll be the Michael Rappaport Rap Report.
I'm sure he'd fucking jump it.
Wait, no, he reviews rap and fortified wine. Michael Rappaport, Rap and Port Report. The Rap and Port and Rap Report.
Okay, no. Microphones, ports, and rap music.
Yes.
Michael Rappaport's Mike Rap Report. Ah! Call us Michael Rappaport.
This has got more legs than Harry Belly's. Haley Berry's
Harry
Halle
Belly.
Berry's Harry Belly.
wackiness. Was this a particularly wacky episode of The Simpsons?
One of Marge's pupils rolls around in her eye socket.
Oh, and then Homer sticks it back with
Like
that
a
wet
ball bearing
sound.
sound.
Yeah.
When it's rattling around then.
Fucking eye horror in these episodes today.
Yep. It's kind of wacky. It's expected, I guess, of Mr. Burns, but he does shoot someone with a blunderbuss.
Yeah, to the face.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they
He
leave
just pulls
that
it out of nowhere.
They leave that act break making you think that dude just got shot in the face, and yeah,
Yep.
Died as a
Well, he
result,
did.
as you would assume.
He did get shot in the face, but yeah.
horrifying.
I mean, he normally just drops them down a shaft.
I mean, he should have got in the dream machine and slowly turned his face to a different race.
What?
Oh, haven't you seen that James Bond movie? The Korean guy gets diamonds exploded in his face, and he goes in the dream machine and he slowly turns Caucasian.
No.
Die Another Day sucks.
Yep. Deep pull.
Real deep.
Yeah, not too many wacky, outlandish things. I mean, we get a little bit of the mob coming around, but honestly, not much happens with that either.
Yeah,
And this
Oh,
feels like a rehash of Marge and the Pretzels.
it does.
it was dumb, but again, maybe I'm just tired. But Marge being like, who left all these BBs? Ah! And falling over and slipping on the BBs. Everyone loves a, someone
yeah.
slipping on BBs joke. Although having slipped on, not BBBs, but BBBs? Marbles on carpet
Oof.
fucking hurts.
Even on
Yep.
carpet.
Yeah, because it's got nowhere to go between the floor and you.
Yep.
And then just kind of press into your skin. You're like,
Ugh.
ow.
We're part of you now.
Is that why you've got such a bumpy back?
Why? It's on the verge of wacky.
Mhm.
Why is he so lanky and tall?
Yeah,
and why does he look like that? What's his
Doesn't look
character
like he
design?
fits the character models for
No.
The Simpsons.
Remember when we were talking about Surfsons and they've got that...
Yeah, the lion.
gonna die.
When they have Aslan for a little bit, and he just... I can't peg down what, because I don't know enough about animation to really be able to speak to it, but just something looks very odd and weird
It looks
about
like
his motion.
a 60s style,
Yeah.
yeah.
But not for a reason. It's weird.
yeah.
No, it's just that over-exaggerated, wobbly arm, rubbery style. And fine, he's an expressive dude, but...
And he moves like a rapper.
You can listen about it on his rap report. Microphone port and rap report.
Any other wackiness?
Yeah, Mr. Burns has to take skin thickeners.
Yeah, I didn't mind it.
Yeah, again, it was a quick one. And I do like he gives Homer a cricket on a thread.
Yeah.
It was odd, but I got a chuckle.
But then the zoom into the cricket's sad eyes as if he understands English was like, why?
Didn't need it.
No.
It was just... The joke was fine. It was dumb, but you could have moved on.
Again, kind of wacky at the end where they set up like the mobile betting and pizza slice business, and then like, it was a great idea to sell weed out the back of this thing too.
Yeah.
And then in the background, you just see one of like the workers, and he's got like a slice and a big bag of weed, and he's just walking back to his desk.
Living his best life.
Amazing.
Oh, he's going to have a great night.
Yeah.
Afternoon. Whatever.
I mean, I'm not sure that I want people working at a nuclear power plant getting fucking blazed at work, but you know what they do in their private time, that's up to them, I guess.
That's your official stance.
Yeah, I feel like if you're in charge of a nuclear power plant, then you should probably stay sober.
Yeah.
I feel like that, yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, like we learned from Chernobyl, those fucking high scientists.
Yeah.
If only they were high.
Yeah.
That would have at least been a fair excuse.
Yeah.
Really good show. Okay, watch Chernobyl.
How did this Chernobyl get caused? Because I got high. Because I got high.
Because of gross incompetence.
I caused a nuclear disaster because I got high. Ooh. The only other wacky thing I wanted to mention was the guns up down bit, which
went
on
long.
too long. Too many bites.
yeah.
Yeah, my note on that is, oh good, we get to listen to the climax of this show.
Yeah.
I was more fuck off with the back and forth. Do the they're up, they're down, and it's in the bag, the body bag, and like shut up.
Yeah. It's
Shut up.
just it's so many misdirects that you just don't actually care where it lands
No,
by the time
not
they
at
get
all.
there.
Yeah.
So how about the heart of this episode? In an episode where Homer finds someone who respects him and looks up to him, did we like the babumpsies?
Participant.
Nah, it was based on false information, I guess.
Yeah.
And it was weird that this guy who, I guess in canon, is pretty similar in age to Homer.
Yeah,
Is like-
a little bit younger.
Yeah, I just don't know his story. Like, they were saying, like, they were cleaning out gutters. And, like, isn't that like a kid's job? Like, what is this guy's life? I don't understand.
Yeah.
And then what was the deal? He met her at her wedding.
And
This
later on, he refers to himself as a bride banger, so
Yeah.
presumably did her at her wedding, caused them to break up, knocked her up, and now they're miserable together.
Mm.
God, who knows?
I don't know. Like, because I kind of liked the resolution with the food truck being rebranded with betting and weed and whatever, but
Yeah.
just getting there was such a slog.
Yeah.
And
And I'm not invested in this character.
no.
I feel a little bit bad for Homer, but not enough to really carry this episode. Because like you said, whatever his name was, Mike,
yeah.
in the episode, he got annoying after the second act. It's like, I don't know why you're here, and I don't know why you're so oblivious to everything.
Yeah. I mean, there's something to the whole Homer's finally chuffed that someone's looking up to him, but he doesn't realize it's someone that's incredibly stupid and has totally misunderstood why Homer was there.
Well, not only that, someone who has read the headlines of the articles, because it's like, Homer's a local man at center of nuclear disaster. But
Yeah.
obviously they're not read why he was at the center, thinking he was at the center of saving it rather than the center of causing it.
Yeah.
So he's
Yeah.
a headline reader.
Mm.
Mind you, later on they do call him, he breathes with his mouth open, has been blocked on Twitter by so many celebrities.
Yeah.
So, he's that person.
He's got a lot of opinions.
And
Ultimately,
you're all going to hear about him.
yes or no, would you watch this one again?
No.
Nah.
Nah. BT. Oh, I didn't ask if it felt like. Ultimately, though, did it feel like an episode of The Simpsons?
Like, if you cut, the guest character out, then yeah, I mean, everyone's kind of behaving as themselves. Homer's having a problem with being respected. We've tried that before. There's something here, but it's too much on its guest star.
Yeah.
Some of it was, like pretty ridiculous, but yeah, it wasn't like the worst thing in the world, I guess, but it didn't grab me. And he was annoying most of the time.
BT, what would you change about this episode?
All right, so have I talked about tagging on this podcast before? It's a term I only picked up when I was watching a YouTube video that I can't remember the name of, which talked about writing in The Simpsons. And their example that they use is, back in the old days, they would always have, the writers would, pass it around and they'd try to tag onto each other's jokes and kind of build and build and build. And the example they use is, think of Bart's Comet with, the balloon comes up and it shows, I'm a big butt Skinner. That's your initial joke. So then Skinner's like, children, someone threw rocks at it to bring it down. They start picking rocks, they miss it, and they hit his car. That's effectively your joke, but that's kind of like your second joke. But then Willie shoots at it, and it still doesn't come down, but he attracts the attention of some passing F-14s who think he's a big aircraft for some reason. They launch missiles, it hits each other, they parachute down and get into a fist fight over whether they should invest in the military or healthcare. So you go from a joke about throwing rocks at a balloon to Air Force guys fist fighting in the bushes so naturally because it builds one on the other, on another, on another, on another. And I think a good example of that not happening in this is when they're making fun of Homer and they go, look, he's got a Pop-Tart in his cell holster. It's like, why is that not line? Look, he's got a cell holster. and he's got a Pop-Tart in his cell holster.
Yeah.
Like, there's a stack on that. And that's honestly what I thought the line was going to be when they said he's got a Pop-Tart, and they're like, and he even has a cell holster because they're pretty lame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that is like the core part of this. This doesn't get a pass through from someone else who's like adding things on and trying to one up each other in the writer's room and things like that. So I would do that, and I would just have less focus on this guest character, because even if it was a great character, and it's a solid performance, but the character itself is just boring and annoying,
Yeah.
and you don't want to be around them. Every other character but Homer hates this person. So we eventually, by association, if nothing else, start to really hate them. Just have something else going on to break it up. Like, even in great episodes, they have a B plot to break up the A plot, to have a passage of time when you glance away and you come back and you get a more sense of days and days going by rather than, So those kind of things, that's just like for a start. There's something to be mined here from someone idolizing Homer. It's interesting. Maybe there's another meltdown. Actually, fuck, we kind of already did that as well. Another meltdown. He does actually save the plant, but again, he was eeny, meeny, miny, mo, which is, like a season 2 or 3 episode.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, God. And then he's explaining the buttons and Mike's talking over him. Ugh.
Yeah.
Jordan, what would you like to change?
There's a lot of structural problems there. What you're going to need to do is just knock down this wall and that wall over there and just rebuild from the ground up.
What if I don't have aluminium stucco lath?
Good.
Use regular stucco lath. Now flango lath.
God, what do I want to do? I just want less of him, and I want an explanation for him. Like, I want to understand what makes him tick. Because at the moment I'm like, one, why are you coming into work at your nuclear power plant like constantly wearing a basketball jersey? Like, I get it. You're from New York. That's your thing.
And also, if he's been working there as an intern for 3 years and he's never introduced himself to Homer.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
this person that he idolizes.
If he was a new hire, sure. Sorry, I just realized that.
Yeah.
And I wanted to bring it up.
I don't know what I want to change. I think it just kind of seems it's like an anti-Frank Grimes episode almost.
Very much, I think.
That is a very good summation.
Maybe he should have gone the way of Frank Grimes, and like he should have fucked up because Homer was like, "What do I do, Homer?" And then it's like, "Okay,
remember the Homer
I'll do
way."
this," and he does it something, and it gets him in really in trouble. That doesn't involve the mob, and then like, any of that stuff.
Yeah. I don't know. If you're going to make him an idiot, I think having him actually be an intern at the nuclear power plant does it a disservice. I think he actually just should have been a food truck guy that Homer met or something.
Yeah.
And just, he really liked him and then tried to improve his life from there. Like Homer thinking he could be a mentor. And, you can still tie it in with the stuff at the beginning. Everyone around here gets so much more respect. I don't.
Yeah, he's at the food truck. Homer, walks over and he's like, "Oh, wait, you work in that power plant there? Wow. Wait, you're Homer Simpson? I've read about you in the papers."
Yeah, exactly.
Even if it could be like Homer just helps him out with some like small problem, like about food trucks. Like, oh, why don't you just do one of those things and then just like do that really well, or combine the two, and they'd be like, "Wow, you're a really good thinker, Homer. I like you." And they're like, so he gets a small little win, but he starts relying on him more and more and more.
Yeah.
For like bigger decisions, and Homer's like, "I don't want to disappoint you, so fuck, I'm just gonna make a call," but it turns out badly for him. And
Yeah. Also, just quickly, why does he keep calling him Homer Simpsons? Like plural Simpsons?
I don't know.
It's just, it really rubbed me the wrong way. It's like, again, this is your idol. You get their name right.
You know
Pretty
what's
simple.
funny though? Like, because doing, writing posts for the Simpsons Index, I occasionally have a brain fart where I'm like, wait, is their actual name the singular or the plural? Is it Homer Simpsons? No, it's Homer Simpson. Duh.
Yeah.
Because you're so used to saying The Simpsons
Yeah,
all the
the
time.
show name is The Simpsons.
Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah. It's a weird thing that it still occasionally farts my brain.
It's like, is her name really Michelle Pfeiffer's?
Yeah.
The Pfeiffers.
All right, we're here. Any other notes, guys?
I got
Yeah,
like
few.
a bunch.
Yeah.
So
Really?
You want to go first?
We can go one and one if you want.
Yeah.
First of all, like the super realistic $5 note that gets handed to him at the start to put in the envelope, I was just like, it's like they've scanned in a $5 note and then shrunk it down
Yeah.
to fit in, because I'm like,
It looked like it had the hologram. and
yeah,
everything.
it
was
was really
thinking-
weird.
I was thinking the dinners looked really good as well. Like
Yeah.
Marge's little chip casserole and stuff. Like,
Yeah,
it's like they scanned in a casserole. And
yeah.
Nice. I actually fairly like the joke when they ask Homer all these hard questions and his mouth just goes, and then it pans up to his brain, as we've done many times, where it says, duh.
Yeah.
That was surprisingly good.
Yeah.
Back to you, Jordan.
Oh, sorry. Do you have one, Elliot, that you want to say quickly?
I like now that we've got an isolation of Harry Shearer saying nin and cum and poop.
Yes.
I'm going to figure out a way to use that for evil.
I didn't twig at first, and I thought he said men come poop. I'm like, is he gonna get people to shit on him? What? Men, come poop. I did like the line of, oh, those motivational posters I stole from a store. I tried to go big and they wouldn't let me go home. That was an okay line.
Yep. I like how he gets Homer his coffee exactly the way you like it. No coffee, just donut holes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
And then it comes
nothing.
back later as well.
Oh, he was being really gross with Marge, though, going,
Mr. Plow indeed.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like there's a
I can see why Homer's like so tired, always sleeping at
tired all the
work.
time. He's just tired from all that fucking he's doing.
Yeah.
And that,
Straight fucking every night.
and that's all my notes. You guys got any more?
Yes. Since when does Bart get upset by words?
I think it was a good turn.
I think it was just the full-on intensity of the tirade of just
Especially when Marge is like, get out now, or I want you to leave, or
Yeah.
whatever. Like, that really sold the moment for me. But then I don't know, Homer didn't have one of I don't think I should hang out with you anymore moments after that. It sort of loses its impact.
Yeah, you lost your temper at my child. I'll see you at work tomorrow. Bye.
Yeah,
I guess because he still liked him and he hates his son too. So
it's true.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
hard one.
Yeah.
No, it isn't, Homer. Anyway, was he eating N and N's? Is that their pal port of M&M's?
Oh,
Like
was that
before he goes into Mr. Burns' office?
when he was doing that little pep up and he
Yeah.
did like a wall backflip and shit?
An air guitar and
Oh, yeah.
and he like skulls a pack of N and N's.
That's hard to say. And
And
ends.
N and N's.
And I know why they changed it.
The Marshall Mathers show.
Different world that would be.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. I do like when he's defeated, head down on the table. He's like, "Oh, don't cry. I can't. I'm not crying. The BB's in my face and making my head heavy."
Yeah.
Yeah. Marge says, how big did he sign his name? And he goes, Eddie Bauer. I had to look that up. That's like that brand that has the name Eddie Bauer in like cursive
Brand of what?
clothing.
Oh,
And I'm like, oh, I didn't realize they were known for like big. Surely should have said like John Hancock or something because like he was the guy that was like on the Declaration of Independence. John Hancock, and everyone else is just like signing
wasn't
in
he
little
first? And that's why he was all flourish.
Where's everyone else going to sign John? You cock bag.
When I was 14, I went to see the wrestling with my brother, and we found out what hotel they were staying at.
Nice.
So we went to get tickets signed. And the first person we saw out of there was, such a bit player on the WCW show. He was a security guard. Like
Right.
that was his job, like in the wrestling
Yeah.
world. He's a security guard.
Like Steve.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, no,
yeah.
yeah. Steve.
And yeah, he fully signed the ticket, like almost all covering its own name. And I still met like another 10 wrestlers that night who were, wow, Doug Dillinger really took up a lot of real estate. I know.
Nice.
It
That's
was
pretty
like
good. At least they all know.
Douglas Q. Farthington.
Yeah.
Dillinger the third.
But that was pretty cool. Got to meet Rey Mysterio
Nice.
and Booker T.
Wait,
and
senior or
Chavo Guerrero.
junior?
Junior.
You gotta specify.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen a movie with senior in it.
Do you think Rey Mysterio Sr. was working in WCW in 1999?
I don't
I mean,
Come
know.
on.
He was working in Hollywood in like 2006. So, I mean, hey, anything's
Yeah,
possible.
true. Any other notes?
Yes. Just the sign gags of all the food trucks, which I
Yep.
liked.
Gummy ramen.
Yeah.
Gummy ramen, hot foie sundaes, a farcical, and one that was just simply called Nobody Likes Quinoa.
Oh, I really ride high for quinoa.
I mean, I don't mind quinoa.
You don't have it on its own, but it's good in other things.
Yeah.
It's good for when you want to eat 1,000 or something.
Yeah.
That's rice, damn it.
Quinoa is something that's like, you don't choose to eat it. It's just like, it's there and you know it's good for you. And it's not like anyone's favorite. It doesn't taste like anything. It's
Yeah.
just kind of, no one looks forward to quinoa.
Yeah. If anyone ever says to you, you have to try this place, their quinoa is amazing, they're lying.
God, I
themselves
unfriend
mostly.
them.
Yeah.
Not on Facebook
Pity
because that's
them
not
at
a real
least.
thing.
No.
But and has dirtied the concept of the word friend.
Hey,
Really
it's your
should-
birthday in the office next week. What should we get for your birthday cake? Quinoa.
Get out.
Yep.
All right, it's time to rank this thing. BT, you've already gone first, but go first.
Bronze. No, of course not. It's participants, you stupid cunts.
Wow,
Yeah.
fuck you, BT.
I know. I didn't even want to do
Get
it.
all red face. Fuck you, you red shirt wearing, you mustache growing.
Hey, I bought this T-shirt as a tribute to our friends in Pods of the Key of Springfield. Like and subscribe.
Odds
I'm
in the
growing-
spree of Kingfield.
Look, I may have gone mildly insane. You know that. It's warm in this room as well.
It's
who are you
getting
talking
there.
to?
It fucks with my CPU. And I'm growing this mustache for support of people growing mustaches for support of people with men's cancers.
Oh, yeah. If you got an online thing, I should put it on the social medias.
I do not. No
Okay.
one must see this hideous mustache.
I didn't even notice till like just now.
I know. It looks like someone rubbed dirt on my face.
I've been with you for 12 hours today. I've only just noticed. I'm sorry.
No, again, I know it's bad. That's why I don't do this.
It's just like a slight shadow. And I'm like, huh.
yeah. It's like I've been poorly lit all day.
Yeah.
No, participant, look, we've talked about it enough. It's just, like, there's an idea here that kind of works, but it just needs so many more passes and just make the character less irritating.
Yeah. How about you, Jordan?
I think I'm also going to go participant. Yeah, the guy is, God, who's more annoying? Lisa in the Split parody or this
Lisa
guy?
in the Split parody.
Yeah, that's true.
Sorry, for my 2 cents worth.
That's true.
Still, just saying it grates me.
Yeah, this guy, like, I just didn't like him. Didn't care for the story. Yeah, fuck it. Participant. Fuck the episode.
Yeah, I'm still trying to decide, like, because I think everything in this episode that didn't involve Michael Rappaport was at least passable. But this character is so grating and annoying that it may just get a failure from me, but I don't know, because I think that at least it was coherent.
Yeah, and he sold it in performance. Like, it's not annoying because his voice is annoying. It's just, they've put too much focus on him, and that's not, well.
I'm going to do the beach method. I don't think I've ever done it.
I recommend it. It helps.
I give this a participant. I give this a failure.
Hey, Elliot, all right, heads or tails?
Tails? It's a pen.
Heads.
Nah, look. Joke.
What does that mean?
We didn't
I
decide.
didn't call it. Look, I'm just going to give it a participant, but only just. Like, this was a slog to get through, but...
Slog on a log with a dead frog.
And that will make this a unanimous participant. It'll be 2 for 2 on season 31, because this is the second episode we've reviewed from season 31, to get a unanimous participant, the other, of course, being the winner of our monetized content. Again, an episode that actually had good elements, but fucking did it with an ending.
Oh, indeed.
All right, guys, it's time for the last episode, and how appropriate in the Wasteland, we're doing a clip show. This is the season 13 clip show, Gump Roast. We'll be back.
Ooh.
I'm worried.
Get off the stage.
Get off the stage, Sharita.
And we are back, and we just watched our final episode of the Wasteland.
Oh, the end is in sight.
We're here.
So happy.
We just watched season 13, episode 17, Gump Roast. First released in April of '02. It was directed by Mark Kirkland. Written by Deb LaCusta and Dan Castellaneta.
Yeah, sure.
Arranged.
Yeah.
In this episode, it's the Gump clip show where it's a roast of Homer. Guys, what do we think?
Mixed bag on this one. Most of it garbage, but a few moments I kind of liked. So
Gump, more like dump.
Oh,
Forrest
sick
Plump.
burn.
Well, what do you guys want to say? BT, start with you for better or worse. What something stands out to you?
unlike the last clip show, which at least had the theme of love to tie these together, there was no theme. It was just, and this, and now 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 this,
Yeah.
and now this.
Even the idea of connective tissue was a tenuous link to the clips at very best.
And what a surprise, the guy who plays Homer made a clip show entirely about Homer.
Yeah. Although I have to say, I thought this was more of a clip show.
Yeah.
It showed little clips.
Little
Like,
clips.
yeah. More so than the last one where it was just like, hey, just show half the fucking episode. Why not?
Yeah.
Yeah, a few clips in, I started counting. I didn't count like the rapid fire ones.
Yeah.
But I counted them as one.
Yeah.
Do you want to guess, or should I just tell you?
27.
Yeah, pretty close.
28.
Elliot, you're highest without going over.
Damn
Wait,
it.
Sorry, you did. You both went over. I counted 24.
Yeah.
Yes, that's a
Okay,
lot. Consider
fair
like the Valentine's one had maybe 6, 8, depending on how you want to count.
And I mean, the only saving thing for this with me was that I wasn't as familiar with the episode, so the clips didn't exactly feel as egregious. Like, because even this, I've probably only watched it about 3 times. Play count. How many times have we seen it? Questions are all out of order now.
Twice, maybe?
I'm going to say at least once because I did recognize a couple of the jokes.
Yeah, some of them I'm actually was surprised that came from this episode.
Yeah.
Like, and what stood out to me, when Homer gets drunk and goes, secrets and lies.
Yeah.
I always quoted this. I did not remember it was from this one. But that bit sucks as well because him getting drunk at his own roast didn't have anything to do with the next segment.
And he's sober later.
Yeah. How about you, Jordan? What stands out to you for better or worse?
Well, I suppose they're bringing the Kang and Kodos characters out of the treehouse and into reality.
Yeah.
Which is confusing.
Which is weird, confusing. And then people's reaction, what are you doing here? Not, holy shit!
Yeah.
What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? Yeah. Very strange. Although the line I did like was your planet was created 5,000 years ago by God. Must be his name. That would be mine. And like doing the little like signing of the cross afterwards.
I thought you were going to say the bit where it's like, can't remember the setup when, it's like...
We're not crying, we're vomiting out our eyes.
No, the bit with Mo where they're all like...
oh, yeah.
All of humanity will be judged on this disgusting failure. And Mo's like, stole my bit. Yeah. You will now be probed. Again, word for word.
Yeah, he's got the little grey, like, tinfoil helmet.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah, like, at least there were some funny jokes in the wraparounds, even though, like, it was so shoehorny and lazy. And I think one of my biggest problems with this episode is that if you're going to do a roast, it doesn't lend itself to also being a clip show.
No.
It's roast jokes at other person's expense.
Yeah.
And if you're doing the clips like and setting it up by saying we have a lot of fun with Dad.
Yeah, let's look at all the times we remember having with him when sometimes we weren't there and there was never a camera.
Yeah, and it's like, who is filming this? Where'd they get this footage? They're like displaying it on the big screen. Like, what?
Yeah,
what the hell is going on?
Kind of had that in All Singing, All Dancing as well, but at least like it's following the wraparound idea of a musical.
Yeah.
So
yeah, but in this one, they're like, we've had some fun with Dad, and proceeded to show them the footage of the time they broke into people's houses and stole Christmas presents.
Yeah.
And hassling him about Mount Splashmore, and the time they all had seizures. Fun!
Yeah. I mean, Hibbert was in the audience.
Yeah. Oh,
didn't he say that and go,
they reminded us that of 3 times.
I will say I actually like that joke of
Really?
Hibbert's laugh, Nelson's laugh, Mr. Burns' excellent. Just because it's the same clip every time.
Yeah, if it's leaning into the whole clip show thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is ultimately, the questionnaire is useless in this. I keep forgetting that with the clip shows. But yeah, anything else to mention about the episode? Are we done?
Yeah.
I hated Mo's Austin Powers.
We have a rule about persecuting people dressing up as movie characters.
And see, here it is. Here's Mo getting arrested for dressing up as Austin Powers.
Luke, I'm your father.
It's not even the line.
Yeah.
God,
Some
Hibbert.
Star Wars fan he is.
Yeah.
What a fucking poser piece of shit.
Oh, also, is this the first time that he was referred to as the comic book guy?
No.
Okay. It's almost like that's his name, but anyway.
See, that one I also hated because it was, 2 fat jokes in a row with different targets.
Yeah.
It was, pretty well immediately after that. We're here to do one thing tonight. Keep Homer away from the buffet.
Yeah.
I got to get to the hot wings before comic book guy. Come on.
Yeah.
Deb LaCusta, Dan Castellaneta.
Spanish instruments.
Featuring lyrics by...
Sorry, that tickled me for the second time. I just got it. No, I'm kidding. Spanish instruments.
And with lyrics by Matt Selman.
No. What?
This is also the episode with the They'll Never Stop the Simpsons parody song.
Yeah, which I'm not gonna lie, that was my favorite part, unquestionably.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was actually pretty good.
Even in that one,
Marge becomes a robot.
I just very end, it's like, or a crazy wedding,
I'm
or
like,
something
wow.
happens and do.
I was about to say, wow, they joke about it, but man, they did do some crazy weddings.
Well, Grandpa has married Selma.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And Mo has got a cell phone.
Yep.
That's true.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, just on Frinkiac, where something happens and do is a question mark at the end.
Yeah.
So, and do.
And, well, they also ask in that song, has Bart owned a bear yet?
Yep.
And what is it? 17 years later. And it's true. They have not stopped The Simpsons.
Yeah. This line was particularly telling. Have no fears. We've got stories for years. Well, that was a fucking lie. Because they either rehash or tell terrible stories.
Oh, they never said they were good
stories. Yeah, shit.
Checkmate,
you got me there.
Jordan.
Fuck me. All right. Yeah, you got me.
Ha
Ha ha.
ha.
Oh, dear.
Will Smith up ins.
I think We Didn't Start the Fire was a perfect parody to pull for this one, although it just sounded really cheap and MIDI-ish, and I don't like Dan's voice in it either.
Yeah.
Even though I liked some of the lyrics.
Especially hard for me to like, I guess, the singing because it's like an off-brand version.
Yeah.
Especially because like a couple of days ago, the McElroy brothers released a live episode of My Brother and Me where I didn't realize this. They're just like outside of life, just friends with Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Oh, how about that?
Like they've just been friends for ages. And he came on to do their Brooklyn show, like open up for them, and did a parody of We Didn't Start the Fire with like all the stuff in like their history and stuff. And I'm like, just imagine if you were at that show and then fucking like Lin-Manuel Miranda just comes out and does like a parody cover of a song for you, the audience. I'd be so pissed if I was anybody else.
Anything else you want to mention?
Is this final notes already? Or?
Well, I mean, most of the questionnaires moot. I mean, yes or no, would you watch this one again?
Hangover test.
This would be okay. This would be like a hangover test one because it's just like rapid fire little kind of wacky funny bits. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely wasn't as annoyed with this one as I was at the love story one, but fucking hell, it's tired. It's so lazy, and I think it's the one negative that's sort of bringing it down because I had a good time watching a lot of the clips and it wasn't dragged out and all that, but it was just lazy and like each actor essentially feeling like different framework. Like, why is it Forrest Gump at all?
Yeah, why do we have that whole intro bit that's a clip show before we get to the clip show?
It really gets derailed, kind of almost like, were they going for something?
Yeah.
No, they weren't. Oh, something that I do like has stuck with me.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's only from this episode is Carl going, poop.
Yeah. Nincompoop playlist.
You know, the bowling.
Oh, poo and ass, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's poo. Yeah.
True, poo, not poop.
Wow.
Yep.
Carl likes the word poop.
Yep.
Another bit of connective tissue that I hated was, him talking about his relationship with Marge and then the day that all couples love when we got our elephant.
Yeah, what the fuck? Doesn't even make sense.
I appreciate it as a misdirect.
Yeah, but then you've got to sit through that Stampy clip for ages.
Yeah, it just keeps going. Like, There's a bit where Marge is like, honey, these people are professional roasters. Don't give them material. No, they're fucking not.
I know.
Maybe Krusty. Maybe. But he's not very good anyway.
But yeah, Agnes certainly wasn't bringing in a bunch of roasting besides just a bunch of I'm a slut jokes. Ha ha ha.
God.
In
she had
J-Lo's dress,
a lot of fucking Hollywood tape going on in that dress. She still got it, for an 80-year-old.
And she can get it.
Yeah.
Oh, we know. We've seen it. We didn't want to, but we did.
Reverend Lovejoy and Flanders were doing like a little
song.
Homage to the Smothers Brothers.
Yeah.
Such a bad bit. Just went on, and it was just Homer's breath is bad.
I like it as they're like the tacky Christian entertainers. That like that's the biggest offense they can do at a roast. But
when the Smothers Brothers were actually on the show and did their thing, I didn't like it. But I liked it better than this bit.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually we are here. Any other notes?
Wow.
Did not like the joke. Abe, do you want to hook up after this? Yeah, to a suicide machine. Like, Jesus. What? Is that a joke? Fucking hell.
It's not a well-written one. I will give Abe the line of, I first met Homer in a bar in 1927. I kind of like that as an opener.
Before he became Mrs. Joe DiMaggio.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know.
As we all do at one point in our lives.
Did not like the line of, are the proceeds going to charity?
No.
Hell no. Ha! Good.
When Homer was blindfolded, he could smell Lisa's depression.
Yeah, that's
an
interesting
fun.
power.
Yeah, he's like one of those cats.
They can smell depression.
Or
Really?
they can smell when you're going to die.
Oh, God.
Cats have too many powers. Why do we give them so many powers?
Oh, it was just that one cat, but anyway.
Gave him lives, we gave him depression-smelling powers. What the fuck, people? What have we done?
Homer getting poked in the eye with a floating feather was funny-ish the first time, and then they did it twice.
Yeah. Actually, just rewriting that. Yeah, he should have choked on it, spat it out, and then got it poked in the eye.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
That's an escalation, not just doing the same thing twice.
But yeah, I'm out of notes now.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Oh, really? I've got a few more.
Go. Hit me with them.
Hit
me with your note shot.
A montage of Homer choking Bart is deeply unsettling.
Yeah.
Like, as the show's gone on, we've just found the whole child abuse angle of it all. Very disconcerting and all. And just seeing a super cut of it is, not fun. Even though they included a couple of good Homer Bart fights in there.
Yeah, I do like the one with the phone.
Yeah, the phone's good where they're just exhausted and they collapsed.
Yeah. And the one where he's choking him with the bit of cord and
the
he
tether,
flips it around to like whip him in the butt and stuff with it. Amazing, yeah.
But that's some good comedy, but just seeing over and over again.
Yeah.
And makes you good. It's still funny.
That was good because in that episode, that was just a clip taken out of context.
Yeah.
So I like that use of
it's
the
a clip of a clip.
Yeah. It's when Homer's
So-
at the, like, good babysitter awards or
yeah,
whatever.
Yeah, so season 44. You know, Homer, we've had a lot of clip shows over the years. Here are some of my favorite clips from those clip shows.
And the other one with the misdirect of, Lisa, no, your hands are too small.
Yeah.
That's always a good one. But again, abhorrent, but
So the memory that they showed of Maggie saying her first word, Homer and Marge just saw their baby have her first word that happened outside
They
of
just
their-
saw
and-
aliens crash through the ceiling and were like, what are you doing here?
but also, yeah, the fact that like, hey, who is this weird, possibly malevolent,
Do-do-do-do-do.
my Volivant
Malevolent.
entity that is just videotaping our every move?
Yeah.
I mean, God, wouldn't
Yeah,
that
no,
put
it's-
you
that was it.
right off of living in that house?
Mm-hmm.
There's cameras where there shouldn't be cameras.
Yeah. Again, there's so many of those moments in the clips. Like, wow, they shot this really well. And Maggie had like nothing to do with any of the celebrity interactions that they listed off there.
Yeah.
Except for Stephen Hawking. I think she was there for that. But that's about it.
Was there for the Mr. Burns bit?
Oh yeah, the one with
When she shot him.
Yes.
I did like that line as well. Maggie blows Burns away. What else do I have to say?
Yeah.
Of course, referring to We Didn't Start the Fire, where it was someone.
JFK, blown away.
Yeah,
What else?
that's
do I
right,
have to
because it
say?
rhymes with blown away. And what else do I have to say? I'm Billy Joel, and I have to say that our President JFK got blown away.
Word
Aw.
up.
Ouch.
Oh, Burns' intro music was the Imperial March. That was a very nice touch. But
I think they've done that before.
oh, really?
I feel like I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure.
But yeah, his rant lasted longer than Homer's fuck-ups at the nuclear plant, and I thought there was way more clips to have there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all my notes. Is that it for you guys?
I finished a little while ago. I'm sorry to say.
Let's rank this thing! Jordan, your turn to go first.
Maybe it's the madness talking.
Don't do it, man.
Yeah, and Marge gets a job, Imperial March playing over a clip of Burns.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, like the Tom Jones one?
Yeah.
The Tom Jones Imperial March. Wow, 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 wow.
What's new, Emperor? Whoa, whoa, whoa. I've gone insane.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, Delilah, oh, Delilah.
Oh, jeez. And I think that's Neil Diamond. Is it?
Delilah.
No,
I mean, Tom Jones
why,
has...
why Delilah? That's so Tom Jones.
Well, I mean, he sung it. I don't know who wrote
They're
it
the
originally.
same person. It's fine.
Yeah. I mean, that's about, like, killing a woman, so...
Is it now?
Yeah, because
Yeah,
it's
if you
like,
look at the full lyrics, it's much darker than it sounds.
like, why'd you have to, like, go and hurt me like that, and why'd you make me do this terrible thing kind of thing?
What are you rating it?
Oh, sorry. Yeah. What am I doing? Rating.
Rating.
Bronze. Bronze.
Really?
Look, because I didn't, it's probably been the thing that I hated least this entire night.
Interesting.
And I might watch it again in a kind of a drunken haze or like a half asleep haze. And I feel like that just kicks it slight. I mean, look, I'd watch the other episodes that the parts came from instead. But I don't like some of there was more material written for the episode than the last one. And some of it was okay.
Yeah.
It was weird, but some of it actually made me laugh. So,
Yeah.
I don't know.
You follow your truth,
Why am I
man.
justifying
If it's a
myself?
bronze, it's a bronze.
Fuck you.
Justified.
Yeah.
BT, you're next.
Maybe I'm just tired, but participant. It's a better participant than some of the ones, and I nearly bumped it up because I do really love that song at the end. But time has not treated that song well, as many of them have now come true.
Yeah.
It's okay. It would hangover test. It would airplane test. But I don't feel like there's a lot to it. And maybe I'm sleepy and I just want to go home. I am home. What's going on?
Yeah, look, I'm going participant with this one. I think especially having the other clip show, I think was a good comparison to sort of see two different types of clip shows play out. I do think this one was objectively better, and I think the fact that the clips were a lot fresher and it was more about the jokes rather than telling
A story.
Yeah, very compressed, condensed versions of those stories, yeah. But yeah, the connective tissue didn't really make sense a lot, and yeah, it was a sketch show. All right, shiny participant. It will be the second clip show to be called a shiny participant, joining all singing, all dancing.
Ooh.
I think that's fair. It's actually on parity with that, I reckon.
You could,
Yeah.
you could arguably pop them both on and have it just like background at a party or something.
Yeah.
Sure.
One for songs, one for jokes.
but it'll also be the second episode from season 13 to be called a shiny participant. It will be joining one of the vignette episode Tales from the Public Domain, which we reviewed with Nick from Pods in the Key of Springfield, the very designer of your shirt.
Like and subscribe.
LNS peeps.
Guys, we did it. We made it through the wasteland.
Oh, thank God. Safe harbor at last. David Harbour at last.
I was going to say, that is definitely not a David Harbour then. Do you reckon that's a safe harbour, David Harbour?
I think you'd feel very safe in his arms. It's a bit of a babe.
We've got a little bit of time. Do we want to quickly mention anything we've been into?
Yeah, sure. I've been listening to a lot of Yes lately. Yes are good.
Oh, that's nice.
The earlier the better. Maybe like post the Yes album.
Yeah.
But your classics, Fragile, Close to the Edge, Relayer was one of my first ones. I really like Drama. It pulls a little bit of controversy because they got a new keyboardist and a new singer from the Buggles of all bloody people. The Riddy Video Killed the Radio Star guys. But I think it's some of their best stuff. It's got Tempest Fugit on it. That's a hell of a jam. Machine Messiah is like the heaviest they get. So yes, check them out.
Are they the ones that did the trees?
No, that was...
Wait, like
Rush?
Yeah, that's
Rush.
Rush?
Yeah.
Okay, what did Yes do that I know?
Roundabout.
Asina,
Roundabout,
good people.
yeah. That's the one I know.
Owner of a Broken Heart was their biggest hit. So Owner of a Broken Heart. Yeah.
What are you
That's-
into, Jordan?
The owner of a lonely heart, isn't it?
Whatever. I'm tired and I'm on fire. Just say yes to yes.
What am I into? I'm still playing a lot of WoW Classic, waiting for that PvP to hit, in which I will participate not at all because I am playing a paladin. And they are rubbish at PvP. I bought a Hat in Time for Switch. Just make sure you download the patch for it. There's like an immediate 1.0.2 patch. It's just really fun. It's a cute little platformer. You're in a spaceship and an accident knocks all your time capsules and you got to go collect them from the world. And it's written really well as a cast of very cute characters, like worlds and stories, and almost like it's a platform where you can kind of choose what you want to do and kind of like a Mario 64 and I want to do this bit next and whatever. But there's different endings that you can kind of, or different paths that you can take. Like in the second world, it's like a battle between these two birds. They're both making movies and you got to see who wins the Big Bird Movie Award and you can influence who wins it and stuff. Little things like that, and it's pretty fun.
Cool.
Would recommend, yes.
Nice. And yeah, just following on from the Beege's prog music thing, I've been really getting into Perth band The Psychedelic Porn Crumpets.
That is not a real name.
It is a bad name. It is terrible, but fuck me, they make some really good music.
Fuck, you're right in the porn crumpets.
Psychedelic porn.
Yeah, so their double album High Visceral, parts 1 and 2.
Holy shit, you weren't lying.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe it's an elaborate prank. I just needed to make sure.
That'd be a very good troll.
Yeah.
But yeah, their albums High Visceral, part 1 and 2, I think that's a great place to start. Their new album is also really good. Actual serious album of the year contender for me. Although I think Fontaine's and The Decline are going to be hard to beat. Also, those guys, check them out. But yeah, Psychedelic Porn Crumpets. Good fun.
Cool.
All right, guys, we made it through the Wasteland.
Woo!
We gave you some recommendations. Yeah, that's the Wasteland Band. Jordan Frost.
It's a me. I don't know why I'm sorry. I started making Mario sounds.
You didn't think
before.
about Mario because you said it.
And that's been Wallu BT.
Old-fashioned, uncool, real Melvin.
And I'm your host, Elliot Jay O'Neill. That's all the mustard in the Wasteland!
Thank you for listening to the Simpsons Index podcast, which is also an online spreadsheet available at thesimpsonsindex.com. You can chat to us online at facebook.com/thesimpsonsindex or at Simpsons Index on Twitter and Instagram. And now please stay tuned for the bonus scenes!
Coming to you out of SideQuest Studios, this is the Simpsons Index.
The Wasteland madness has taken Elliot!
Where did
So
I even get
soon.
up to? Fuck it, it's going to be a bonus
It's
scene.
episode for the
151.
But also, fuck, I've got something tickling my
I
throat.
think you're allergic to the idea of stopping podcasting.
Yeah, I know. I think we should just keep going. Let's
Yeah.
do another 4, Elliot.
Wasteland Part 3.
Woo! Woo!
Break our own record!
Yeah. I might just crack open a cheeky cold one.
That was a good pop on that one.
Yeah.
The lead up, great anticipation, and the drop, man. That did not disappoint.
Fuck yeah.
I've listened to a lot of Foley of cans opening and being drunk, and that's literal, I actually have.
Yeah.
And that was among some of the best.
Well, you know, you put that in the vault and
So
you
that's every day?
reuse that and you give me 10%.
All right, here's 10% of all our podcast earnings.
Doop 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 doop.
No, it's totally like going to be this way.
That is an unrealistic amount of clapping.
But do you know that participants
Hmm.
is an anagram of Captain Trips?
Ah,
That's pretty fun.
Yeah.
That's the
Captain Trips is the disease that wipes out most of humanity in the stand.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not as fun.
Yeah.
Maybe it was a warning, like participation trophies will kill everyone. I don't think so, but still.
Yeah.
Everybody be quiet.
Sorry.
Made me think about like doing very blokey ASMR. So there's that, and they're like, mate, you want to go down for a smoke later? Maybe get a pie. We'll get a pint and just
What about
chill.
like 2 mics
Check out the
on a
Sheilas.
snag?
The sound of it cooking.
That sizzle.
It's going to be good, Some Vienna sausage. It's some nice hot
Nice.
mustard. with it. Real good.
Wasteland.
Have you seen that vine of the guy with the "You better watch out, you better watch out, you better watch out, you better watch out"?
This is the popular music in the wasteland.
Better watch out, you better watch out, you better watch out, you better watch out, you better watch.
It's good advice,
From a summer place, the theme from a summer space.
That was you, wasn't it?
Yep.
Well done.
Hold on.
Well done, sir.
Wasn't the one that I was actually thinking. Ah, there it is.
Yeah.
Anyway.